Hello and welcome to the new live tutorial, uh, 2024 edition, I guess. I'm mainly making this to replace this one. No, not this one. Uh, where is it? This one made by Wayzone. It's kind of old and is very outdated, so I'm making a live tutorial to replace that one. Um, we no longer there's a couple differences between that one and this one. So basically, on the leaderboard, you'll see that none of the top times use ghosting anymore. We actually banned ghosting, and there are a couple builds you can use. You can use the steam pipe build, which works just fine. It only has like 5 second time loss in one area in Breen, and that's basically it. Um, and then there's source unpack, which is the best way to play the game if you're not doing ISG. And then there's 5288, which is like the second best alternative to Unpack. You can get 5288 by following this tutorial made by Peng. Basically, launch Steam with the console parameter, blah 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 blah. Download these two depots, and then boom, you have 5288. It's pretty simple. You will have to replace like the File Studio System DLL from Steam Pipe into the ghosting, not ghosting, from Steam Pipe into 5288. I don't exactly know what it's called, but if you want to download it, just the DLL itself, I think it's this. It's in the resources tab for the category extensions board. You can download it here. Pretty simple. You can just do that. And we are okay with it. It's fine. It fixes a heavy save stutter. So yeah. Or you can download Source Unpack, which is in the Patches tab, and it links to the sourceruns.org wiki page. Or, which I recommend you do, you go to this website, which is, well, that URL I'll put in the description, I think, or I'll probably, and then you can download Source Unpack version 2.5. It's the most up-to-date version of Source Unpack. I'm pretty sure all it does is include SST for Portal and other stuff, but I would still recommend this download link because at least this website is maintained. So basically, I'm going to assume that you are familiar with some of the movement tech, so I will do a very, very brief overview, and I will attempt to not go too deep into it. For this tutorial today, I will be running on 5288. So let me just open up the game very quickly. I'm going to switch it to full screen. And I'm going to load quick. Also, these saves can be found on SRDC. So basically, movement, circle strafe, basically. Just sprint in one direction and jump at the end. If you look at the velocity meter on the top right, once it exceeds 320 while standing or 190 while crouching, you can jump and you will gain speed while going backwards. That's the idea for a circle strafe. You can do the same forwards by strafing forwards and using your plus strafe key and dragging your mouse back and then jumping. I have alt bound to plus strafe. Yeah, so for clarity's sake, I have alt bound to plus strafe and I have X bound to walk. And I can press both of these keys with my thumb because I have weird thumb genetics. I don't know. I can do that. This is preference. Another alternative is you can bind space bar to plus strafe or mouse 4 and 5. But I have spacebar bound to jump and mouse 5 and 4 bound to save and load respectively. I mixed the two up. Bind. I have mouse 5, which is this key, bound to save quick, and then the key behind it, mouse 4, bound to load quick. And once again, it is simply preference. You can also do these circle strafes and stuff, these movement bits while crouching, because the crouching mechanics are weird in this game. Because you can sprint while crouching and gain the same speed that you would while normally sprinting. So what you can do is jump right as the crouch ends, So you can jump right as the crouch ends. So you could start crouching and then sprint and then move forward and then uncrouch, like, and then jump out of the crouch when you're at the lowest point. It will look something like this, presumably. It's pretty hard to do consistently, especially from the left side, depending on who you are as a gamer. But, you know, you can also do this forwards while holding plus walk. That's a forward circle strafe. You can do toggle ducks as well. You can do toggle duck forward circle strafes, even though those are hard. But toggle duck just helps to space out your movement. And yeah, that's just a very, 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 very simplified overview of the mechanics of movement in this game. Lyron has made an excellent tutorial detailing how it works in further detail. But this is not a movement tutorial. This is a full game tutorial. So I am just going to load up the start of the game very quickly and cheat. So basically, if you don't have a save at the start, I'm just going to speed this up a bit. If you don't have a save at the start of the game, just run through the start of the game and just make a save right about here. Just like do save start. I already have a start command, so I'm going to just load that. Like, I'm just going to load that. And right here, what we're going to be doing is train clip. So basically, this cutscene is slow. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to load up that hard save I just made. So if you notice, I just gotta leave cheats on for the entire run. So basically, if you look on the window on the right side right here, this window, there's that pillar that kind of passes through. That pillar right there. It's what I do here is that I save load buffer when this pillar is in the middle of this window. Basically, that's the idea. So it'll look like this. Wait, no, it won't look like that. It'll look like this instead. I'm just gonna load start. Once you're done doing your save load buffer, you hold A and S and just scroll hop, and you should get caught in here. If for some reason you get caught in the back of the train, like I'm trying to demonstrate. If for some reason you get caught in the back of the train like this, just it's fine. Just keep moving. Essentially, nothing much. Also, these save load times are dependent on your computer's PC, on your PC. So you just gotta figure out these load times. And these loads and the save load buffer can take either like 3 save loads or it can take like 7. It's hardware dependent. But get over here, and then we're going to be either ABHing, ASHing, or plus strafing our way through this. And you want to... Oh, I suck. What you want to do is just A-hop your way through, and then hit this little ramp, kind of, because this is actually a ramp. Or it's not, but like, well, it's basically a ramp, and you can kind of slide down it. So you want to hop into it. I find that hopping into the wall on the right side and then the ramp is more consistent. Bump your head on the roof, hop on the fence, and then that, or that turntable, one of the two, because you don't want to hit this trigger right here, that trigger. I believe this trigger, if you hit it, well, not that trigger, but like a trigger in here. Oh, it is that trigger. If you hit that trigger at a specific time while doing this, the game will crash just consistently, 100%. Don't hit that trigger. A-hop your way through here, grab the phone, AD tap if you want to go a bit faster. A-hop through here. Don't go here through here too fast, you'll soft lock. And then wait. I like to throw the phone over there, but that's just preference. Also, this guy walking into the wall, basically RNG. You did nothing wrong if that happens to you. Just either don't just reset, just continue playing the game. And then try to have the phone on its flat side. Don't have it like like this kinda, or you know or you know, upside down from this position, where the speakerphone of it is actually facing down. Don't have it like that. Have it like flat kinda in a way. Slam the prop down on his head and teleport him while he's walking away. Can be finicky. You get a feel for it. You just gotta wait here a bit. Not really doing a whole lot. Also, don't put this phone through the wall, because if you do that, the phone will actually lose collision with this guy. It's really funny. So so what you do sometimes is that I have it here, and I like look to the left of the door, and I just go through micro optimization, so I can try to teleport him again. Failed it this time, but whatever. Stand next to the guard, teleport this other guard, and now we wait for like a minute. Basically, not a whole lot going on here. I'll cut back in a sec. Alright, so now I just kind of cut back. So you grab the phone or one of those books, doesn't really matter. Get in between this little like crevice in the thingy. I like to normalize the position like this. And then just teleport Barney. Fail to teleport Barney. But yeah, just teleport Barney pretty fast. Go here. Get off of this ladder. Walk a bit forward. Place the box in front of here. And then just jump. Just scroll hop. I sometimes mess this up because I add an extra crouch in, but that's just like literally habit. You just gotta scroll hop it and you're fine. If you scroll hop like too late, you'll hit the window frame. If you scroll hop like too early, I don't know. It's just, I don't think you can scroll hop too early. Just scroll hop and then hit this door, and there's a level trigger in here. And we're gonna do a save delete to fix the FOV and get rid of this door at the top so we can hop through. Because if we were to not do that, the door would actually still be there. So we're gonna save delete. And then we're gonna scroll up here, and this is a little micro optimization I like to do. You can walk up these stairs normally, or you could walk into the side and wall strafe, or you could walk into the side and wall strafe and then scroll hop. But what I like to do is scroll hop here because habit. You can just scroll up, go up here, and then hop immediately after landing here. And then do 3 A hops into this area, because you hit that trigger, that guard will spawn, and then stuff happens. So I like to see, so people tend to do this sometimes. It's kind of slow, in a way. That was actually kind of smooth. But like, you go up here, you do a hop, and then just do 3 AFHs into that guard. And you could clip through normally, but when you tend to save load inside of NPCs while moving, you can tend to clip through them more easily than if you were not save loading. So just go up here, A hop through, save load a couple times to clip through this guard more easily. Fail it. Hold on. Wait a second. That's better. If your velocity meter is above, like, if you have any velocity above 0, then that kind of means that you got the clip. Okay, now we're here. So just 1, 2, 3, couple hops. I like to do this motion where I look backwards like a maniac. Don't do that. Go forwards. Do some more hops. I did an unduck hop there, actually. That's also another piece of tech. So if you're doing crouching hops and then go into a standing hop like that, like just by releasing crouch and just continuing to do the hopping motion, that's an unduck hop. I think that's what it's called. But anyways, that's also like that's a great piece of movement tech to have in your arsenal. So let's do some way hops. Go through here. Hit the walls if you feel necessary. I'm not going to try to overstate this. Just go through here. Open door. And then, well, actually, here's a cool thing. So yeah, here's one thing I gotta explain. So the way that the crevices work on these walls is that if you hit them, you're gonna stop right here. So you can open the door and slam into this wall, and like just without the fear of like, you know, being stopped, like of overshooting. So then go here. Oh, that was almost cool. You can take this line however you want, but I tend to do 6 hops or something like that into the left side of this pallet to go for pallet launch. So I'm just gonna, yeah, like that. You hold the key away from the pallet while like while looking against it in a way, and then you get a little launch up. It's not super difficult most of the time. You'll see me fail it a lot because I suck, but that's the main idea. Anyways, launch up here. Do more A hops. Don't do that stupid thing where you look back like I just did. Go into the doorway. Go into here. Actually, hold on. Here's the beginner route. So take the boot if you're a beginner. I am assuming if you're watching this, you're a beginner. take the boot, go up here, and then throw it at this guard so he stops. It'll make this section, getting on top of this radiator, much easier. You can do this without the boot. It's not super difficult. But if you mess up the sequence somewhere, yeah, you're just kind of soft. You're not soft locked. It's just you would have to go around, but that's slow and prevents you from doing red letter day skip. So just throw the boot at this guy while he's walking up there. Block him. Go on the radiator. Do these scroll. Also, these scroll hops in the door. I didn't think I explained these properly. If you do the scroll hops in the door, it'll kind of pull you to the side. And then every time you turn, you want to hold crouch on these steps. It makes it easier to turn in a way. So scroll, scroll, jump on the radiator, jump again, crouch, and then just keep scrolling. And now we're going to do red letter day skip. So this is very annoying. So I would highly recommend making a practice save here if you don't have one already. Grab the pail or the can, doesn't really matter. Yeah, so, okay, so this is where some of the version differences come in. Also, you skip this trigger by avoiding a trigger in the second area. That's why you have to skip that guard in a particular way. But this is very difficult. You want to rub the paint pail next to the tire, but not touching the tire, like as close as you can possibly get it. Sometimes it doesn't work. Just reload a save and try again. So if you are going, regardless of if you're going for ISG or not, you should rub the pail against this tire and then press E. This will, because you can actually do BBT, this trick right here. This is called BBT. You can do it and you can still be holding the prop if you don't even let go of it. So I'm still technically holding the prop in a way. So this will cause crash issues later on. But you want to do this section, and assuming you are not going for ISG, you want to just hit the pail normally in a way to where it doesn't really fly away. That's good. Never mind, that's not good. So you would just go here and then do normal red letter day skip. But I'm going to do the part where you set up ISG for clarity. So just understand that like ISG is only for top runners. So for ISG, you want to hit the pail without holding any directional keys, like any A, D, W, whatever. You don't want to hold those. And you don't want to be holding plus strafe into the pail either. So you just want to straight hop, and then sometimes it'll warp away. It's kind of inconsistent. And then make your save, your ISG save, in front of those cans. That's going to be very important later. Drop down into here. Make sure you do not break these planks. And now it's just normal red letter day skip from here on out. Go here. Press E to aggro this guard because this is the one who actually knocks you out. Wait for the cutscene. And it should be noted that while you are in fact doing this trick, you have to be doing this entire thing single segment. There's no way you don't do this single segment.
Dr. Freeman, I presume.
Because while you're in this weird BBT state, if you save and load at all, the game will crash, like guaranteed. So A hop down here. Like I like to look a little to the left right here. Like I wake up, look a little bit to the left right here. A hop down here. See this little mark over here? Look on that mark or a little bit to the left of it. Doesn't really matter a whole lot. Run, jump crouch, and that will set your B-box position in the sky or in this little area. Grab the plank or any physics prop you can, and then touch the backside of it, the backside of your hitbox in the air. Like where you crouched in the air. And you'll start doing this motion. So, this is the hard part. So now we're here, on top of this building. And there's a little invisible wall out there. You can kind of see the invisible wall. It's kind of similar to this location area kind of thing. You know, this wall right here, it's kind of a good representative. What you want to be doing is you want to do, I believe it's 3 or 4 ASHs, which are these things. You know, the side hops. And you want to have around 600, like, I don't know, 500 to 650 speed at most when you're leaving this area, because then you're going to do a backward strafe into 2 standing hops, and then the last standing hop will be crouched. And then the last standing hop will be facing away from the wall a little bit. Like, if the last standing hop will be facing this general area, so you can keep speed, and then you can fly all the way back over there. It's very very annoying. This trick is very annoying. So I'm gonna be doing 1, 2, 3, 4. I noticed that I have around 619 speed. So what I'm gonna try to do is I'm going to try to tap W to slow myself down a little bit, because I know I will have around 2000 speed by the last hop that I do. So I'm going to unpause, and then I'm going to do a slight, I'm going to turn around, and then I'm going to do 2 more standing hops, and then I'm going to crouch and then try to get back to the roof. I'm going to fail that completely. Let me just get there again. Alright, I'm back. Nothing happened. So I'm going to do some A hops, and I'm going to turn around and just ABH into that wall, and the last hop will be crouched. So, like so. And I'm going to be doing some more plus strafe hops outside of hitting that wall. But if you, and then you're going to launch into that little corner over there. But I am in fact going to simulate. So if you hit this wall and you have no speed, that's fine. What you can do is just build up some speed, and then maybe do some AVHs in the mix. And if you look at your velocity meter, you'll actually be gaining speed. So now you have some A-hop speed, and you can probably plus strafe your way over there if you're good with it. I'm just going to assume that you're not. So you can just do some AVHs like this. Well, not really like that. Just some AVHs while strafing in an attempt to gain some more speed. And usually it'll work. Nice. Well, kind of. So just going to be doing some AVHs. And then you can do some ASHs, which are these little things, the side hops. But, whatever. So I failed it. Now I'm going to try to show an easy setup that Wilbo showed. So if you drop down from this area, also there's a hole in there, don't fall in it. I'm pretty sure it's our draw clip brushes too. No, it's not. Skybox. But just understand that there's a hole around here. Don't fall in it. And go over to this wall. And if you keep running against this wall near this building, there's this little lip in the area. So get here right next to the hole. You're going to look at around that little line. Probably a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right. I can't honestly remember. This setup is old. And you're going to do some ABHs. And then at around 700, like to around high 600s to low 700s, or a little bit above that, like a 900 like I just got, you're going to do an uncrouch and do 2 more hops and then crouch into the wall. And with the amount of speed that you have, you're just going to be able to carry it all the way over. So I'm just going to try it right here. Looking at the show pause. Well, kind of. That was bad. I crouched a little bit too early after that. I will successfully show this. That might work. I'm going to be doing some more plus strafe hops back here into this corner. And I need to stay crouching for this entire rest of the bit, or else I will kind of despawn. Well, not despawn, but the hitbox out there will also despawn. It is also worth noting that you can practice this, just the motion up there, just by enabling cheats and no clipping up there, which I would highly recommend. I would highly recommend practicing this trick with no clip. Just understand that Red Letter Day Skip is really difficult. So it will take time. Also, so for the angle values, I like to look at negative 3.4, you know, like 3.4 as close as I can get. And positive like 178 or like 179 or something like that, because what you're going to be doing is that you want your first position angle on the top to be a very specific number. So you can do this like with any position that you want. It's just that it'll be really precise. So I want negative 3.4, and I want like angle, I don't know, low 179 or high 178. And then I want the first position angle to be negative 36.005, or well 0.15 can work sometimes if you're lucky. I've gotten this setup to work like at around negative 35.95, so there's a range to success, but right in the middle is 0.05. You're going to drop the pallet, and then you're going to walk into it, and then immediately make a save. And it doesn't really matter if you fail this and go for it again, because if you fail this run, you might as well reset because you're early on and this trick is only done in single segment. I am going to do a pause right as I load in an attempt to get a good save. I failed it. So what happened here is that I was too far left and my position ended up being void. So that was hilarious. So I'm just going to try this again with the actual setup instead of the easy setup. Wilbo has an easy setup on his YouTube channel, which I will in fact link. That's where I learned it from. Alright, so I did another setup, and just to not bore you, but it was basically the same thing as I did before, where I just AFH, ASH, and then did 2 hops, essentially. If you want to look at Wayzone's old run, it's literally the exact same setup. I'm unoriginal. So, it is also worth noting that if you do that setup, and you want to go for a trick called Suitless, which is incredibly difficult, I don't recommend you go for it. It's pretty movement intensive, but it saves like 5 seconds or something. It's very small. So, I'm just going to do the lineup, going to drop it, going to go in, I'm going to pause, I'm going to make a save immediately. And there's a couple things I can do. So, if you're lucky, or if you're unlucky rather, you can land here, catch yourself, and then jump out here and then strafe to the right, and then hit this little slope, and then just continue on and go over here and then drop down to the next level area. But you can also go on top of this area. Like, you can just straight up go over the building. If you somehow end up on top of this railing, which actually isn't that uncommon, you can just walk over and then drop down in a little bit. But what you want to do ideally is S-tap a little bit to reduce your speed, and then hit this little slope, and then the slope will cause you to not take fall damage in a way. Go up here. I like to slide down this ramp, whee, and then go here. And then this is where the route kind of changes. So the normal route for normal people is to save delete, and then go back into this map. And then you can either use the pallet right here to prop climb, or the conventional method is use this barrel to climb up here by tipping it over and then just going up here, sprinting up this. Hold on. Sprint up this. Don't suck like me. Ignore Barney. Sprint up, jump up, and then pick up the barrel and then do a prop climb. It's pretty simple. Just do a normal prop climb for now. And then there's this little clip rush right here that you can stand on. And we're going to be using these clip rushes to just kind of hop our way through this. And you can grab this pallet, drop it on top of here, and then just do a circle strafe and then an ABH. And that's basically like all you need to do for that section. There's some variations of strats you can do on this map, but for the most part, what I just showed was the standard route. We would just go here. Also, you can, if you land on this pallet in a lucky way, or in a certain way, the pallet will break. Also, you can do that like one single circle strafe method. It's very hard. But, it's not hard, but I don't understand it. So, the other trick is Suitless. So, Suitless is dependent, so, even though you don't actually have the suit, you still have health. You can still die from fall damage. So, what we're going to be doing is landing on this pallet and prop climbing. Also, we're going to land on the edge of it so we hit the level trigger. We're going to land on this pallet, jump up here, do a toggle duck, or we can just do 2 hops. It doesn't really matter. The toggle duck is just slightly faster. And then we're going to use this push trigger. I need to bind a key for this. We're going to be using this... bind I. Huh, bind I. So, we're going to be using this push trigger right here. This trigger pushes you. And we're going to be using this trigger to A-hop, to start an A-hop sequence while crouched, because it's the same speed as kind of sprinting. We're going to be using this to A-hop on these clip rushes, and make our way through this section. And once you A-hop off of the last clip rush there, you're going to make a save, because you're probably going to fail this next section a couple times. 1, 2, 3... Make a save if you can, and then A-hop off of that thing right there while crouched, preferably. You can do it while standing, but I find it to be quite difficult and not really worth it entirely. Also, you can just YOLO this whole section, by the way, if you have the health to do it. Like normally you would not be able to survive that fall, but depending on how you do Red Letter Day Skip, and if you don't take a lot of fall damage, you can just go for it. You just kind of gain a feel for it. So what you do is you do this section, make a save right here, and then what you want to do is A-hop right here and not hit that wall. Like, you can hit that wall and still have the distance, but odds are what you want to do, like that was kind of lucky. Odds are what you want to do is slow down a bit and A-hop against it so you can keep as much speed as you possibly can. Because if you just do this method, like, hold on, let me just demonstrate. Like, if you A-hop into that, you're going to be in a very awkward position. So just A-hop there, A-hop off of this train car or this train car while crouched or standing. I find standing to be harder, so I do this whole section crouched. And then what you're going to be doing is you're going to be keeping as much speed as you possibly can into these sets of planks because they're destructible. So Gordon can break them with his body. So what we're going to be doing is slamming ourselves up against this board until they break. This is also like pseudo RNG. You can hit this at like literally max speed, and some of the times the planks won't break. I'm just trying to demonstrate what the harder example of this is. Like that kind of. And if the top two planks break, you can just do a crouching hop and then hop perfectly on there. But Rama recently found out that if you do a save load before breaking these planks, you tend to put more force into them. So they tend not to be as hard to break. So the strat now is to just do a standing hop into the edge of the cart and do a save load right before you hit the planks, and they'll break every time. Well, most of the time. But also, by the way, like, so even though sometimes that the middle board breaks, you can only progress through this section if the top or bottom board break. So don't try to like reload this if only the top or bottom one break. Just, you can still keep going. And if you have the suit, you can just do a wall strafe down here. Or if you don't have the suit, you can just A-hop on the corner of the stairs. You can do it ABH. And then we do a save delete to get the crowbar. And then we're going to sprint down here, do a circle strafe into a crouching hop. And then turn our mouse 90 degrees. If this is the top level, right? You can do an ASH too. It also works. Kill that guy. But you can just, I go down here, do a circle strafe, 1 hop, 2 hop. Like, you know, just do this and then turn my mouse and then A-hop again in a way. I'm trying to demonstrate. Like that. Kill this guard, spam E to grab his shield. Do some wall strafing up here after breaking the plank. Spam E to grab the pistol, do a circle strafe there. Kill that guy. Okay, now this is a difficult trick. So, also you can wall strafe here to be a little faster. So you can sometimes get like a little dumpster launch kind of sometimes. It's not RNG, it's just difficult. So, and it's also not worth it right now with the current strat. Whatever. So the normal strat is to take this and do a prop climb all the way up here. I'm bad. Wow, I've actually never had that happen. So you can do that. Not gonna say it's a bad method, but it's slow. But if you're new, I would expect this is what you do. And there's also clip brushes on here too. You can just go on these clip brushes and then drop down onto that ledge or this pallet right here. Doesn't really matter. Or you can do the barrel boost. I have a whole video explaining this, so I'm not going to try to explain it very much. It's in the advanced strats tutorial, but just basically get next to the barrel, shoot it, and then jump before you hit the bin. And usually it will work like so. Do some more hops. And land on this pallet. Go up here, blow up this barrel, and then progress your way through here. This is only if you're not doing train launch. If you're doing train launch, I'm gonna make the healthy assumption that you know how to do train launch through the tutorial series that I have. So just do that. Go up here. Maybe grab the pistol if you're low on ammo. Grab the box. And just A-hop through here. You can also A-hop like across this gap area if you get here before the second train. And then prop climb up here. It's not super difficult. I just suck for the demonstration of this video. Just go here, turn, Then do a prop climb. It's not super difficult. And then just A-hop across this area. A-hop across that area. Just, you know, keep moving. Keep moving. Don't stop it even. And then, you know, gotta keep on moving. So then go here. And then this trigger is actually very important. But, so, this is the level trigger. You might, now, basically, there's a weird way that this trigger works. If you get into this trigger and then hit this bottom trigger, you soft lock. So don't do that. So what you do instead is that you drop down onto the floor, hit this trigger, and then you hit this trigger. Sometimes you'll have this weird scenario where you're like in here, I think, and then if you save load, you'll actually transition maps. You can check if it's by having CL Show Pass on or CL Show FPS. Kanal Zone 1 is the previous map, and then Kanal Zone 1A is the current map. So I'm pretty sure you can fix it just by save loading. Nice. So A-hop on here. Just do a crouching hop onto here. Get into this corner. Do a normal standing hop. It's kind of difficult at first because of the small area you have. And then do a sprint jump or a crouching jump onto here. I tend to do a crouching jump onto here because it's consistent. I don't care. I'm slow. So I can go on here, and now there's a couple routes you can do. So the normal casual route, quote unquote, is just to do some plus strafe hops here. And then hop on top of this train car. And then just go up here, in a way. That was a bad example, but like that's the main area just by going there. You can do this cursed route that Peng has by going to the right side. I don't expect you to go for that. It's very difficult. My route, which I think is consistent, is I do a circle strafe onto the middle side of this area, so I can A-hop on this particular section, or on top of this. I do a circle strafe, do a hop, and then I will do a crouching hop into this slope or this slope, so I can fly over the next train car. It doesn't really matter how you get through this section, just do it quickly. Like that, and then that. Also as well, you can do a thing called a pogo, apparently. I think it's called a pogo. Where you go here on a slope and then uncrouch against the slope, and you kind of get a launch off that slope from that uncrouch. So I'm just going to be doing that again. I suck. Yeah, there you go. Nice. And now this is the other big route difference. So, oh, also by the way, I forgot to show, but you can do a little crouching hop onto that little, on this vent thingy, like so, and then just keep going. But this is the major route difference. So this is an ISG route. So basically, I'm gonna make a hard save so I can load it for later for the practice. But what you want to do, make a save. Oh, actually, here's what you want to do. So you want to go into here, grab this box. If you're doing ISG, go up on top of here, and then do a you can do a running crouch hop like that, or jump hop, but I think it's annoying. So you just run, jump, and then press control and then jump. It's pretty simple. So make a save, load the ISG save you made, and then pick up the can and just ever so slightly touch it against this other can. The game tends to crash it sometimes. So yeah, I have ISG on now. So the prop fell through the floor. Great. So I'm going to load this up. I now have ISG. So I'm going to do a standing hop, a crouching hop into the ceiling. Standing hop into the ceiling, crouching hop, and then I'm going to do a drop clip. So a drop clip is when you are at high speed, and actually here's a good idea. A drop clip is when you're at high speed and you make contact with the prop constantly, and you clip through it because you're constantly touching the prop. It's really hard to do. This is actually pretty difficult to do. Well, it's not super difficult. It's just very annoying and inconsistent if you're not used to it. But this is the main time save of ISG. This clip and one other clip on the next couple maps. So you're going to go through here, just do a drop clip. And then the next of this section, the next area of the section with ISG is basically the same. So I'm just going to disable ISG by quitting out of the game. I'm going to load up the hard save I made to show the actual, the other route. Yeah. So if I load up this hard save that I made earlier, I'm just going to, how did you, I would just kind of do a thing like that. And I can do like a little slope right right here, do a crouch, do a toggle duck, do a little ramp off of there, I guess. Break both of these because they have health and ammo, which you may or may not need, depending on what you have. Throw all of the barrels in one corner. Blow up all the barrels immediately. Sprint up and hold space against the thing to against this area to get out of the water quicker. If I can do it, there we go. And then do one crouching hop, do another crouching hop, a hop into this wall, and then there's this little slope right here, and this is a trick called swagging. So because you swag over the wagon like that, and you uncrouch and recrouch, it's pretty fast. It barely saves any time. It saves like maybe a second or two, because the alternative is if you fail it, you just keep going, and there's a hop normal. It's whatever. There's also ultimate swagging, which is something that I've dubbed because I hit it like a couple times, where you can uncrouch and then fly through this area and then slide through here perfectly. It's like really nutty when you hit it, but is what it is. You throw the barrel up there, and then you can get some weird plus strafe hops down here sometimes, or just normal hops if you're weird, if you're lucky. What you can do is throw the props through if you're slow, and then go through this small little gap. It's not super difficult. Or what you can do, which is the more common strat, is just save load a couple times to lag out the barnacle's collision, because for some reason after save loading a couple times, the barnacles will decide not to grab you. See how it, like, alright, wait, so if I'm here, yeah. See here? It'll just take a second. So after all those save loads, it'll just take a second for them to grab me. It's kind of weird. So then this is another trick called another barrel launch coming up here. If you can, just when you're here, just go here, do a plus strafe hop, and then these barrels will fall down, and just shoot the barrels, and you get some more speed out of it. This isn't required, by the way. That barrel boost isn't required. So go through here. With ISG, that barrel boost is very difficult. So this is actually one of the more difficult tricks of the run, starting up for beginners. You go here, get off of the ladder, get into the corner, and then do a circle strafe. Do a pretty fast circle strafe. So just turn around, look, and then jump, and then crouch. Like so. It's pretty difficult sometimes. It takes a bit of getting used to. I even fail it sometimes because I'm bad. Lol. So that happens. Or you can do like dolphin strats, which you can just swim down, then swim up like a dolphin, and then crouch. Happens. Or you can just, take the intended route by just going up here, blah, 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 blah. I'm slow, but no. So you just do a circle strafe. Right here, do some AFHs. To try to hop through this section. To land, well, ideally you land on this, like, next level area kind of thing. Because, the minor oversight, you can just jump here, and then progress on. If for some reason you do fall down here, you can either prop climb up, or you can simply save delete, because save deleting just puts you on the top of this area for some reason. It's weird. So, let me just go up here. Let me just actually do this properly. Like, depending on the amount of speed you keep, you can just keep all of your speed through here. I am having a very difficult time demonstrating that. Like this kind of. Yeah, you can just keep all of your speed through here. And you can hit that little slope right there. It's very tiny. You barely even saw it. To keep all of your speed. There's two slopes you can hit. There's a couple. But the main two that people use are this slope right here. It's kind of small and hard to see. Which I personally don't use. But you can also use this slope right here. It's much more obvious. And then curve your way through here. So, alright, so first up, I'm going to be showing the non-ISG route for this map. Because this map is pretty long, so I'm going to make a hard save back there. So this is the non-ISG route. You blow up these barrels, go through here, you break the top plank first because this guy's dialogue actually activates on the first blank breaking. Go up here, grab the stuff, hit the trigger, just stay in the trigger until he drops down, or until he does the animation. Come up here, grab the stuff. Listen to him yap a bit. Teleport him. And this is something that I like to do, but no, you don't have to do this. I break all these planks because I have a suspicion that it actually decreases the chances of me colliding with random stuff. And I jump and drop down. Not a necessity at all. Just go through the door like normal. how did I do this section again? My muscle memory is destroyed. So going through here, you would throw this there. Normally you would just like jump over that and then raise these up and have them destroyed by the manhacks. And then for this section, what I would do is what you can do is either stand here, shoot this thing and then blow it up in a way, or what you can do is do a circle strafe and then jump on top of this box before this barrel explodes fully. It's hard to demonstrate because I'm bad. So something like that, but imagine the manhacks don't block me. Going through here, AD spam to go faster. Look into the corner slightly so you can jump over the pallet. If you fail pallet jump, you can just break it. Like so. Do a wall strafe and do a drop it right here. And hold space if you need to shark so you don't die from the crusher. Go up here. Crouch out of this section. Sprint jump into that little slope right here to get on top of this area. Wall strafe. Grab the SMG. Break these planks. Break these planks. And what I see some people do here is just walk for a bit and then jump in, drop in. What you can do is go here, strafe, and then just do a couple jumps. So, like so. I think Lyron showed this originally. Do a sprint swim, grab this ladder, go here, do a circle strafe, into that wall. Just literally just hit that wall. Like your goal, okay, my personal goal here is not to get around the corner, it's to hit this wall and then go around the corner. Because if you go around the corner properly, you can keep a lot of speed into this section like that. And then you open the door. Also this section is hard because these wood beams tend to block you sometimes. Go into here, do AI disable, but not really in the run because these manhacks are annoying me. So this is actually a really funny quirk. So this vent is not fully solid. So normally you would break open this vent. Also, while you're here, turn on the flashlight, or like if you can see, just like do a crouch hop into here and then plus strafe into the vent. It's pretty difficult, but whenever you're crouching, it's always faster to do standing B hops while strafing. Just trust me, it's always faster to do standing B hops. So just shoot open the vent a little bit so it's easier to get into. Just A hop, just B hop your way through. Land on the vent. Actually, yeah. So this is important, I think. Depending on your health, you can shoot this and then drop down. You might take more fall damage than you need to. Just land on here, drop down, grab the first barrel before they all tip over, and then go for manhack jump, fail manhack jump, and then, you know, just go here and then just prop climb with the barrel. This is actually pretty difficult to do with the manhacks in the way. If I re-enable the AI. Also, you can go for manhack jump. Manhack jump is a strat where you can go here and then jump off of the top of the manhacks and then strafe into the tunnel, but I find my success rate very low, so I don't do it. What you do here is that you place the barrel down, and then you can prop climb up either directly under the tunnel or around it and then drop down. But be sure to do it quickly because the manhacks are annoying. Do a circle strafe, do some ladder spamming, and then get into the corner, crouch, run against the ladder like a stair, and then jump. And that's the end of the map. So this is the ISG route of the map, by the way. So what we're going to do is I'm going to enable ISG real quickly by loading up my ISG save and then tapping the two cans together. We're going to go through here. We're going to blow up these boxes with the crate or the barrel. You can also, what you can also do is have ISG disabled and then you can re-enable it at the beginning of this map is what Peng likes to do. I don't like to do it though because I'm stubborn. Get into the corner kind of area with this prop. And then look at the... Okay. Don't look directly at the door. Your success rate might be low with this one. But what I tend to be more consistent is by looking at an angle in a way. Like a very, very small angle. It's like very feel-based. But you get into the corner, look a bit up. I would say around like -1 degrees or a little bit less. And then just do a drop clip against... Or not like a full drop clip, but just like a little... clip while the barrel's sliding down. It can be pretty inconsistent at times, but you just kind of gotta figure it out. And then go through here. Once again, destroy these boxes. Throw them into the void if you really want to. Break open that bottom box. Okay, this is actually important. So you need to break this barrel right here, and then pick up this box. Break the barrel and throw the boxes aside, and then now everything is out of your way. It's perfect. Because because by shooting this barrel, that barrel will blow up. It's on a timer. And these manhacks will also blow up the barrel, so it's very annoying. So you throw this, have the barrel caught in a weird position, and then get into here. Get into this general area. Either, see, like this lining on the door, just stand here, or a little bit to the right, doesn't really matter. And stick the prop inside of you by either throwing it on top of you or sticking it inside of you in a weird way, and save load. And then you're going to want to drop the barrel, not on top of you, but close to you, because we're going to be clipping through this wall. You're gonna shoot the barrel twice to catch it on fire, and then aim it around here-ish. You're gonna save load, and then use your 30 FPS bind, and then just save load a couple more times, and then you'll be caught outside of the wall, basically. And then now you're here. And now there's a couple triggers to take note of. So I believe that there's a look trigger that enables that guard, or it's an actual trigger you hit. I don't know. But the important one is not the trigger I just passed through, but this one. This one spawns the guards. This one is very annoying. So you want to jump over that trigger if you can. It'll make this next setup much easier. So jump over this trigger, and you're right here. And so my setup is that I do a crouching forward circle strafe right here. It's very inconsistent. I don't recommend you do it. But there's this setup right here where you ABH into this corner, and then just do some standing hops into this little slope, and then you land on top of this clip brush. It's really easy, and I highly well, not really super easy, but like if you are at the point where you're doing ISG in your runs, you are going to hit this launch consistently almost 100% of the time. Like, I guarantee you that your life will be much easier if you go for the easy setup rather than the actual crackhead setup that I do to save one hop. I do to save like one single hop. But regardless, you do that, you jump over here, you grab this barrel, you do a jump throw, or just you get over here any way you can, and then you get into this corner. Now, we're going to be clipping downwards in a very particular way. We're going to be clipping through a clip brush and then the void. So this part's important. So drop the prop on top of you, save load, and notice how I have velocity on the corner? That's just normal. So, well, while that is in fact normal, what you can do is drop the prop on top of you and then do a save load. So you will have a save load 30 FPS and then keep save loading. I have velocity, so that's not going to work. I have velocity again, so that's not going to work. But if you start the save load and then do 30 FPS while your velocity is at 0, you can save load a couple more times, and if you have 4.5 in the clip brush, you are free to go down. But I actually gained speed there, so that's not good. So what we're going to do is drop the prop on top of you. The prop hit me, so I have velocity. So what I'm going to do is save load. I'm going to keep save loading down. I'm going to wait for the load screen to finish until I hit the void, so I can kill all my horizontal velocity. Now I have 4.5 velocity, so now I'm free to clip down without the sheer void clipping. It's pretty simple in a way, but you know, it's pretty simple in a way, but it's a thing that a lot of people forget about. Do around like, I don't know, 25, 30 save loads, give or take. I don't actually count them. And then when you do your last save load, quit out of the game with ISG. When you do your last save load, quit out of the game. Go to options, put your game back in full screen like I do. And then you're going to load your save load. And, you know, reactivate your portals open all bind. And you have skipped part of this map. So, also as well, so coming up here, you can also do a hop on the bottom of the stairs, onto the top of the stairs. It's very weird. It's very weird. Saves like maybe 1 or 2 hops or something. I do it because I'm hyper focused on optimization. And then, yeah, whatever. You save delete. Because you're on the next map without the SMG. You do a circle strafe into a ladder grab while still sprinting. That's important. You will save time by sprinting on this. You will save time by sprinting on and off of ladders. So you do a forward circle strafe, or a circle strafe, onto this ladder. Do a crouching hop off of this ladder. I land on this little pixel surf kind of looking thing. It's not a pixel surf, it's something else. I do a wall strafe into a strafe to the left, and then I hop, and then I land on this ledge. Other people like to do an ABH. I respect their opinion, and I don't do an ABH because I'm swag and I go for this strat instead, even though it's faster. So I personally do this, and then I strafe over here, and then continue into my motion, into my hops. But for the sake of the majority, I will be doing this, killing these guys. I do a forward circle strafe, grab the barrel, not the barrel, the box, and then I throw it into the main hex so they destroy it for me. Fumble my way through that, go up this ladder, do some more hops. And then this is actually interesting. So there's two setups to this hop pattern that I found. So the first setup is if you are here, you do a circle strafe into a hop into that wall and then into a toggle duck kind of. But the more popular of the two that I recommend is that if you land right around here, if you do a normal forwards hop into the wall again, into a toggle duck, into a standing hop, that standing hop should be enough to send you over the box without hitting the NPC. Should look something like this if I can hit it. Well, I hit the chair, but like you get the idea. Just look at my PB. I don't even know if I do it, but you just do a hop here and you fly through here. You will have to kill that. You will have to kill that head crab if you do pull off this hop pattern successfully, because he can get in the way. It's very annoying. Also, this NPC is very annoying. I really wish I could just delete him, but it's illegal in the rules, Lamau. So, if you're low on health, you can just grab this. You can open up the crate to get more ammo, I guess, if you really need it. Do some more A-hops into here. I did not make a save. I almost hit the back up to that hop pattern. But like, you just go through here, make a save. You just go through here, A-hop through here, turn to the left. You can also ASH this section. It's kind of difficult though. Also, if you're stuck in these NPCs for a while, you can also do the save load thing against them to phase through them quicker. Do a plus strafe hop here, circle strafe hop, AD tap this section. Grab this barrel, stand on top of it, and then jump or prop climb it. Jump onto here, and there's a couple things you can do here. So you can be swag and you can do the stuck launch. Or you can keep all of your speed through here. It's a pretty tight section. But you can in fact do this all in one hop. It's pretty difficult, but you can do it. Saves like almost no time, maybe one hop. Or you can do the stuck launch. Actually, wait, no. But either the stuck launch or you can just do a circle strafe and just do this section backwards or forwards. You can do the stuck launch off of this, which is kind of inconsistent. But if you pull it off, you gain a lot of height in a lot of speed in a short amount of time. And you just plus strafe your way through the section. So if I can hit a cool stuck launch, I would like to show you. Well, I didn't really hit a cool stuck launch. Let's try a 700. I can hit this. Yeah, there we go. You can do a standing hop into this, and then you can just hit these slopes, and then just shark your way, hit that last slope, and you are here. That's all you gotta do. Or you can do the Maxim strat. I don't even know if Maxim found this, but like, you can go here, and if you have enough speed, you can hit that slope right there. And you can convert all of your horizontal speed to vertical height. And if you have the speed to do it, you can just launch all the way to the button. Or not the button, the valve. Like so. It's pretty difficult. Also, there is an ISG clip you can do here with the crate. I'm not going to show it because I don't do it in runs. I don't think it's actually really worth it. I don't think it's worth it. It saves like maybe a second at most. Saves like a second or two at most. But basically, what it does, what you do is you are here, you activate ISG, and then put the crate against you like so. You drop it, do a save load, do 30 FPS, and then do some more save loading, and then you pop out of the wall. And then you're free to do this section however you want from here on then. But yeah, no, I don't want to do that. So I don't personally think that clip is fully worth it, at least not for me at this current moment. Peng has a gold on that map with that trick, but I don't think it's fully worth it. So what you do instead is you go here and just activate the valve. And if you wanted to do this early, you see where this line is? Once the gate is a little bit past that line, you can do a circle strafe and then kind of like squeeze your way through the middle section of this. I'm doing it kind of early, but yeah, you can do that. It's pretty swag if you can hit like multiple hops in a row. Or you can just wait a little bit longer and then just do that. Just do some standing hops. Do some standing hops here. This is all like skill that just takes practice, I will say. And now canals. You can do that Giga launch right there, which is pretty difficult to do, but does have a setup. So if you do some standing hops, you'll hit this like lower section right there if you take the left side. And if you land in that divot right here and then do an AFH really fast, you'll get a big launch. It's really cool when you hit it, but you know, not required. Just make your way through the section however you kind of can. A lot of different routes. I prefer taking the left side on the outside of it. And you're on the next map. So this is important. This is very important. You're going to do a save delete. The boat spawns. Get in the boat. And then go to the first coordinate position, like, I don't know, like 8,200 to like 8,220, give or take. It's like a little bit more, you know, open on that range, but that's just because we're going to be setting up a trick called yes clip. So what this does is that it puts the boat beyond this trigger. You can get in the boat. We're going to turn the boat, save load, and the boat is going to, what happens is that if we look in the trigger while the boat is here, we actually get out immediately. So what we're going to do is that we're going to get in this boat, we're going to turn around, force ourselves up against the wall, and then we're going to turn to the left and then get out of the boat by pressing E. And this should give you yes clip. This trick is pretty difficult. It took me quite a while to get it down. I remember very early on this was a struggle, but you know, it does take practice. Continuing on, we press W and D to go WA or WD while facing that direction. Oh, also, these will be those two bits of shield will be important later if you are doing certain strats. If you're new to the game, I highly recommend you take those shield. You get in that barnacle to get your collision back, 1 to 2. Either one works. Walk forward a little bit, do a circle strafe, and do a circle strafe. Do some standing hops. Fail some standing hops like I am currently doing. And then hit that slope, and then wall or rock, and then air strafe around into the water. It's pretty simple. And then just continue your way through here. Do some sharking. More ASHs. Hopefully you have enough speed, unlike me, to clear this section. Like that. If you find you have too much height, you can either try to reload and try to slow yourself down, or you can uncrouch earlier to hit the ceiling faster. Now this is actually pretty difficult. So this trick some people have a lot of trouble with. So basically, all I can say here is that hitting walls is your best friend. So slope here, hop into this wall so you don't gain too much speed, but you gain just enough to fall short so you can go a little bit lower. Once again, it's pretty difficult, but I can demonstrate a setup. So I think the setup is you are like around here-ish, give or take, and then you just do a circle strafe and just do some ABHs, I think. Yeah, no, it's a little bit forward. Like around here, a little bit in front of this line, just do a circle strafe. And then do that, hit the slope, and then now you're here. It's a cool setup. But basically, you just do that section. Hit the slope, maybe do some plus strafes if you can barely get through. And then hit this other slope. You can get a really shallow launch or a high launch depending on how you hit it. It's very technical. I don't even want to try to explain it because I barely understand it myself. But yeah, basically just go through here, plus strafe this section or ABH it. And then right here you can hit this little divot in the wall. That little divot, you can hit that. And get a cool launch to then turn yourself around. But the more conventional method is to just AFH this section or ASH this section. Like so. Fly up. Just keep going, more plus strafe hops, nothing much. And then depending on how you hit this section, you can do some more turns. Try not to die. This is an interesting setup. And then this is important. So this is the setup for this next trick, which is ABH through goo. But I have no idea what the actual name is. So you do an A-hop here. You crouch or stand and slide. And then you hit this rock. and then you turn, you strafe, and then you continue strafing. You land in, you know, in this general area, and then you do some more AFHs, and basically you can continue. You can just keep this going. You can do that. That's an option, or you can do the deranged method, which is what a lot of runners are now going for because it's faster and saves more health. So basically, right after this hop, what you can do is that there's this section right here that you can stand on. It's really tiny. You can also stand on it like right here. In a way, it's actually kind of funny. You can stand here. But what you do is you hit this corner of the tunnel, and then you ride it around like a Hot Wheels car, like a loop, and then you simply turn around and then AFH off of that section like it was floor. You can do this section like that, where you can just strafe around and sprint, or you can do this in the way that I call the Vapez method, where you can just AFH your way through, because sometimes you'll overshoot this. It's very annoying. So what you can do is just hold S and D, and then just go here and then hop. It'll result in less speed, but it is consistent. I tend not to do it because at the top level, more speed through this section does actually matter a lot. But basically, next section... Well, actually, no. What can I do? Where's the autosave? Ah, yes, not in a good spot. So, what I'm going to try to demonstrate here is the old setup. There's an old setup. I can't remember who found it, but it's like a pixel lineup in here or something. It's like you line up with a certain pixel somewhere, and then you can just ABH through this section. It's very outdated. I don't think you should go for it. It's kind of inconsistent. But for this section, what you can do is hold crouch, and then spam scroll wheel with plus strafe. Or you can ABH this section too if you're deranged. And then you can just go here, and just kind of go up here on this ramp. Get some hops here, and then maybe hop there because there's some floor there. Also, you can get hops on this last little pipe. It's just kind of annoying. You can shark your way through here and then loop around to continue getting speed. Or what you can do is get a hop there and then hop off of the floor right there. If for whatever reason you can't do that, it is what it is. Go in here, pause, or make a save immediately. Because odds are, if you don't get a good angle here, you're going to be loading the save a lot. So, for example, if I mess up here, like I have a bad angle right here, I can reload the save and try to adjust. If I don't have enough health here, these two health crates will always have health in them. And then you can just go back here, and then just do a proper setup by like standing around this general area, and then doing some standing ABHs. Odds are, it will be slower. It will be much slower than normal, but you will have enough health and it is somewhat consistent. Also, because we have yes clip, the helicopter won't kill us. So, just load the save here. Don't die. And then just make your way through here. Hit this area, do something. Do some more hopping. There's a lot of stuff you can do here. So this is actually a really interesting part of the map. There's multiple ways of doing this section. I like to do this. So basically, there's a couple ways you can do this. I like to do this. You do a tiny hop here, and you can kind of sprint up this like you were surfing it, like in Counter-Strike. Like if you know Counter-Strike surfing, you know how to like get a ton of speed on this slope, and then just surf your way up it. That's what I prefer to do. And then go here, hop over this railing, continue hopping. I like to do a mixture of standing and crouching hops, and then hit that little slope, launch yourself up here, strafe, then hit that lower section right here. I say there's multiple ways to do that because that's actually a slower method. The faster method is Eagle, found by Lyran. There's also like a lot of swag strats that I won't be showing because they're so not worth. If you're watching this video, it's not worth it for you to go for it. So Eagle is where you just go sharply in here, then fly over here, then maybe hit a slope right here and not die. But you want to land in this little area, and then you can either AFH into this shipping crate, which I think is actually the best way for beginners to do it, because I saw Vapez do it, I think. Or you can do this section on that displacement, on those displacements right there, and just go through. Then the problem with the displacements is that they are... How did I survive that? What the... Okay. So the problem with those displacements is that they are very annoying. So any spot on these displacements, you have a chance of getting stuck in. So what we like to do for this section is by doing a standing hop and then crouching on only the very ending bits, and then we can do some hops onto that little clip brush that Dirge thought of. The hops there are kind of health dependent. If you don't have health to do it, then you're not going to be able to do those hops. And if that is in fact the case for you, odds are you are just going to have to fly through here and then hit the shallow bits of the water and then just keep flying through, hit this little slope, hit the corner of this so you get a little bit of airtime and you don't touch the goo. And then you can go for this like cool launch right here by hitting this thing. This little mound right here. It's awesome. It's a really cool launch. It's nothing much to it. Or you can just do the normal quick clip as intended. Well, not really intended, but yeah. Do some crouching hops, standing hops. Grab this thing. If you can preserve speed, you can. You can also AFH on this section. Just a little cool fact if you have speed going into it. And then just do a crouching clip right there. Grab both of these medkits. No matter what route you do, you will always be grabbing these medkits to replenish your health. Grab this barrel or that barrel. And you can do two tricks. You can do either dirt style, which Dirt invented, where you can do this. That was actually pretty clean. Or you can do the normal method, which is that, and then you can just keep going like that. Or just by doing a normal standing hop and going through there. The thing with dirt style is that you throw the prop, and then you jump grab it, and then you do an A-hop, and then you don't fail the clip, and then you do that. Like, I've gotten this a lot of times, and then I failed the clip because why not? Because awesome. And now this is chili launch. Odds are you're going to be doing chili launch like this. You're going to get into this corner. You're going to look backwards and around here, give or take. You're going to do one crouching hop, two crouching hops, and on the third, after the third, you're going to turn to the left. And then you are going to turn to the right afterwards, and then do some A-hops into the corner. You're going to hit this log, and you're going to fly into this slope. And you're going to slope and not take any fall damage. So it'll look like this. Well, let me just demonstrate like what it would actually look like if you could hit this. Something like that in a way. I'm not very familiar with backwards chili launch anymore. I do it forwards now. Also, these A and D taps are very unnecessary for strafe correction. I'm just used to it. Like that. You're going to hit this. You're going to hit this. You're going to hit that. That clip rush is actually massive, by the way. But I like to do chili launch forwards, which is also an option. It's become more and more common for people to do this forwards over the years. But what you're going to do is you're going to hit this clip brush. Or not clip brush, that slope. And then you're going to land on that clip brush that I just overshot. So you're going to land here, not take fall damage. Maybe hop here or slope. You're going to land on that clip brush. Also, by the way, it is possible to overshoot all of this, by the way. And just fly all the way to the end. I don't have the speed to do it, though. You're going to hop here. Look very sharp to the right. Like more sharp than you think you do. Than you would need to because of this clip brush right here. It's very awesome. Thank you, Valve, for adding that. But, yeah, just do that. And then land on the water because water negates fall damage because video game logic. And then just hop. There's also this, like, lower section right here that you can hop in. This little ground area, you can actually hop here. Just be aware of that. So, go here. Do some more hops. And then just sprint. And then just sprint while turning to conserve more speed. And then right here, what you can do is just look into the corner of that while crouching. And plus strafing to not take damage. But to continue with this section, this low section while keeping more speed. You can also go above, which I have the habit of doing. Because you can just do that. Not that, per se, but like landing on there and A-hopping. You can hop right there to get a little mini ramp, slope off of that ramp. Do some crouching hops here. Hit that like a ramp. Strafe around after uncrouching. And, yeah, do that. A-hop off of that. And there's actually a setup for this launch, by the way, that I think I've discovered. So when you're here, you want to do a surf while crouching into that little like rock area thing. So you do it. Hold on. So let me just demonstrate. You do a surf right here, and then a hop on that little bit right there, and then you ramp. So what you would do for the setup is that you would hit this ramp, and then you would hit that ramp and then that little slope, and then you would hit that slope uncrouched. So, well, not like that, because the nasty thing about this setup is that the displacements like to knock you off your course a lot. It's very annoying. The displacement collision in this game just sucks, by the way. Like we always joke about it. But yeah, you just do an A-hop there with plus strafe. Oh my gosh, please. I did it once, you get the idea. But yeah, you can do that. You just go through here if you fail it. Do a circle strafe into the side so you don't take goo damage if you are low on health. You fly up through here, uncrouch, and then yeah, that's the end of the map. If you do, in fact, if you're low on health, I highly recommend that you, well, actually, no. So, if you have around 20 health or less, I would highly recommend you take this stuff here. Or if you are actually missing an SMG nade. So, let me just demonstrate this. Like, if you're really low on health and you're missing the nade, if you break both of these boxes, you will not only be given a nade, but you will also have health and shield in it to replenish your health. It's just great. It's perfect. So go through here. Also, another thing about this area, there's clip brushes on this wall. So if you can A-hop into the side, do that. Or if you can just you can just surf it as well. If you are really paranoid of not taking fall damage or goo damage, you can do that. But just understand that like there are clip brush walls on the side of this, so weird collision like that can happen. And now you're on this map. Maybe do some plus strafe hops right here on top of the mounds, or just some AFHs, ABHs, and then just do a little launch there. So there's a myriad of ways you can go through here. The classic method is just by going through here and then A-hopping into the slope, which is actually the fastest. Well, mostly the fastest. Because you hit the skybox ceiling, which then immediately forces you down. I got a bad launch there, but yeah. Or what you can do is hop here and then hit this slope. It's much easier. I got a particularly low launch. Also as well, it should be noted you don't want to go too far to the left over here in this area, because the helicopter will cause the game to crash. That's a weird launch. So basically just do this. Oh my god. Just do this. I think there is an actual setup for this, by the way. It's like you just go here and look here, and then you can just ABH this section. But that's if you go for that mound right there. Not this slope on the left. Now I'm trying to hit. But yeah, that slope right there, that's a better example. And then you want to hit this little divot right there. And then you are going to transition into Eli 01. And there's a little slope right there that you can hit and get a little mini launch off of. Sometimes the launch itself is high enough to send you over this red part of the building, which is what everyone aims to do, because it saves like a few seconds, but once again, is not necessary at all. Don't feel bad if you can't hit it. Where's my quick 01 save? Not in a good spot. Whatever. So yeah, that's boatless. Boatless is really hard. Do not feel bad if you cannot do boatless very well. Everyone sucks at boatless unless you're Dirch or Pang or Buster, but whatever. So you go here. Oh, that was a cool launch. Okay, so this is an interesting one. So I am going to be showcasing Eli V3, not V4, because I don't know how V4 exactly works, and I don't think I am able to give a comfortable explanation. If you want to learn Eli V4, you can join the Source Runs Discord, and in HL2 Strat links, there's a video there for you. But for Eli V3, here's what you gotta do. Clip into here, or clip into that area. I actually don't know if it'll work in that area, but you clip into here. Actually, no, it will not work if you clip into that area. You clip into this area behind Mossman's area. You do some save loads here, but I'm just gonna fall to the ground because I don't care. Also, so you can also clip into Mossman's lab, by the way, just by doing this. And just fly save loading all the way down. I'm pretty sure this is the correct spot. Yes, it is. You can go here. This you want to go here. You don't have to save load. But if that's the case, you walk into this, fall more, grab this barrel, clip through the wall, grab this thing, clip through the wall, hit this trigger to activate the dialogue, and then mess around in here for a while. Now, this trick is called Eli V3 because this is the third variant of the Eli skip that we have, and it's the fastest RTA, and is the, in my opinion, like, it's so nice. It's so much better than the Eli V2, which was called Cancer Eli, because Cancer Eli was a ton of save loading, which was very boring. You can't really speed this up, by the way. Everything here is on a timer, so teleporting them actually loses time. Except for one instance where Eli's walking to a section.
Well, he earned it. I guess you proved you can handle yourself out there.
There's nothing Gordon can't handle, with the possible exception of you.
Dad.
Blah blah blah. They're yapping about stuff. I don't know. So this teleport here, that actually does save time. It saves like a second or something. It's very minimal, but this actually is important. So after Eli's over there. Look here.
We're still not sure.
Now Eli is talking about something. He's looking at the lore saves time. So this is the hard part about this trick coming up. Even though it's actually, in my opinion, pretty easy. But it's just save load timing dependent. So you got to figure it out with your PC. What I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be making a save right before this section. You know, what I'm going to be doing is, so I have a save right before this section. So what I'm going to be doing is a thing called a slap, which stands for save load and pause. So right as this door is opening, I'm going to save load. I'm going to pause immediately after the save load. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to do it until the doors maybe, I don't know, like a little bit more opened. That might work. So now... So if I load up the save load with my volume at the max volume, Mossman started talking. That's not supposed to happen. If I were to load up the save and then nothing happens, Mossman does not start talking. So that slap activates Mossman's dialogue and then causes Alex to drop down. Another optimization you can do here is by doing this, by clipping into the wall. Now, this on its own is not really that good. It's not like that fast of an optimization, but Alex sometimes, there's a trigger right here that activates NPC's dialogue, so if Alex actually walks to this area, she'll hit this trigger slightly quicker. But the hard part about this strat is that on its own, it does not save a lot of time. Yeah, so see how she didn't walk through the wall? See how she didn't walk through the wall? But basically, you normally don't want to do that, but it is a slight optimization. But the only reason I even showcase that is because it does in fact save time if you can hit it. But odds are what you're going to be doing is just teleporting. You're going to be standing here next to the keypad, so Alex walks to you. So she can go to the keypad earlier. She's going to continue yapping. You can teleport her, barely saves time. Walk into this trigger, teleport her past there, and keep going. So you can set up for this thing called remote control, which I do not know how to do, at least not properly. So there's a tutorial by Zeus on the strats document in the Source Runs Discord. But you can also put the box a little bit here while you have downtime, maybe block her node. I don't know. That's not going to do anything. But teleport her, hit this trigger, like this trigger right here. That extends out here. Teleporter, hopefully up the ramp, which probably won't happen. Yeah, it happens. What is what it is. And then you're going to be setting up for the next part of this trick, which is actually exiting the airlock. It's pretty difficult sometimes. So you're going to get into here, place the barrel here, stand in this corner, and then do a crouching AFH into the barrel. Or you can do an ASH like Malta does. But crouching ASH, and then you have successfully skipped literally most of Eli V2. No talking to dog. No, Eli O2, that's what I meant. So go here, grab the barrel that you placed earlier, and then do an ASH clip into this thing. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, you can just do a standing clip or a forward circle strafe, doesn't matter. Continue with your ASHs. Break this lock. Do some more crouching ladder speeds, or you know, just do some more ladder speeds. Sprint off of this ladder. Grab the SMG, and now you're you are in Ravenholm. So, couple strats here. So, right off the bat, I'm gonna be blowing up this door with the barrel, and then doing a crouching hop through here. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, you can. If you can't middle finger scroll shoot, you can just do this clip right here. I would love to showcase it, but you know, it's kind of annoying. You can do this clip. I'm very sure you can do this clip. Maybe not against this exact wall, but you can just clip through this wall. Yeah, like so. You can do that. If you clip through here like that is what it is. Okay, I'm not going to be showing the other strat because in my opinion, the other strat is harder and it like loses ammo. So do a standing hop into that thing. You're going to come out here, throw a grenade, and the idea here is that you have this little ramp of this downed pod. You're going to be launching off of this pod and then hitting that roof and then flying. So stand here, throw the grenade, stand about here, line up with this like stain texture on the wall to a little bit left of it, and then simply jump backwards and then do a strafe. Like so. I overshot it. There you go. I see a lot of people doing this and then turning around, like doing the section forwards. Like this. Don't do that. Please don't. Try not to do that section forwards, by the way. Because you will lose airtime. You will lose speed by just like doing a sharper turn, and you won't have the height. It's very annoying. Yeah, now you're here. There are some clip brushes on here. Basically. That you can hop on. That's the main idea behind them. And that is the end of the map. Do a circle strafe into here. Be fast. Open the door. Grab this barrel. Do a standing clip. Or you can do a forward circle strafe for more consistency, but it's pretty difficult. Get into this area. And then you can do a drop clip. Well, not a drop clip, but you can do a crouching hop here, turn 90 degrees, and then grab this thing, grab this cinder block while holding D, and hopefully you get a clip. Sometimes you can't do that. You can do the old strat where you can just clip through the floor with that paint can. Or you can grab this cinder block and then clip like that. Doesn't really matter. So depending on your health, you may or may not want to take more or less health here. So this is a very difficult strat. So this is actually, I'm going to show the easier strat first. So you would go here, place the grenade on this area right here, and then do a hop right here, and then you would place the grenade here, do a circle strafe, nade launch, and then land on the table. Now that's a very extreme example. But let me just get there again. That's a very extreme example, but odds are what happens is you land here and then against the invisible wall right there, and then you grab both medkits and then you progress to the rest of the map. But the other strat is by placing a grenade here and then doing a nade boost off of the top of the railing. Like that, kind of in a way. You need to be sprinting for it though. This is a compromise to a much more difficult strat. Like this. That's the beginner strat. That's the slightly easier version of this strat. Which is the fastest way to get through this map, by the way. There's a setup by Chili and such to throw a grenade there for nade duplication, but like literally that's loses time on the other map. So just do a nade boost there any way you can. Get here any way you can. Grab a medkit if you need to. Break the table if you need to. And then this is early ravioli launch. I'm not going to be showing the other ravioli launch because I think this one is just easier. Like literally. Make a save. Throw the grenade. And then If you're on DX8, this will look different, but on DX9, what you have is this little wall with the flashlight, and then there's this cross right here. You want to throw a grenade, and then look at that cross, and then jump right before the nade is going to explode. You want to run back and then jump crouch, and then just spam jump. And then strafe around, hopefully not hit the clip rush, and then land on the roof of the church. I think it's a church at least. Like this kind of. That was kind of a bad launch. Let me just try to showcase it. But there we go. That's better. And then you land here. Catch yourself. And make sure that you don't walk off of the roof like an idiot like me. Make sure that you run off of the ledge on that specific area. Like so. You can do like a little mini circle strafe off of it without jumping. Come here. And then you can do a strafe into a pause, and then a hop for better in-game time, or you can just do a circle strafe. One of the two. You can just do that. That works out perfectly. Now, come down here. Hit this ledge. Hit this other ledge. Fall on this beam. Hit these medkits. Wayzone used to do a strat where he would go on to here. It's slow. And he does it to save health. But you can do this strat instead. You can go to the right, strafe, and then do 2 hops into that to fly up here, or you can take these stairs normally. That's what I would prefer you do. But the reason I don't want you doing that strat is because if you fall down here and then take the stairs normally, there's medkits right here for you. It's just perfect. It just works out. So there's no real reason to save health here, because you can just drop down and then take a medkit if you really need it. But now is a beam clip. So you can do a barrel clip. If you want to do the if you don't want to do beam clip, you can do barrel clip. Works out just fine. But beam clip, you get in the corner, look at the corner of the bloodstain. You sprint forward. You don't get caught by the head crabs. Come here, die. You get here, look at the corner of the bloodstain, sprint forward, and then sprint strafe into that. And make sure that you aren't really moving like or holding any directional keys while you hit this beam. You sprint, and then hopefully you get it. Now, I'm going to try to show what it looks like when you fall short. If you fall short, what you can do here is just get here and then save load and clip through. You can do that. Is what it is. You can just sprint forward, do that. But this strat is this setup is somewhat consistent. And now there's a couple things. You can throw a grenade really early here, or you can throw a grenade later, but I'm going to throw a grenade later for clarity. You do that and then just boost up here. You can do that. Which I recommend that you do. You can get on the left side, the right side too, which is actually preferred. But you just, you ABH or AFH your way through this section. I'm bad. Turn around here. Try to get into a standing position any way you can, because you're going to be doing this clip right here into a crouching position or a standing position. You can do this clip while standing into a standing position, but I find it easier to do this standing into a crouched position. It's preference. You can get into here, go do a cool little launch, or just go through here. Get some health if you really need it. Go through here. Grab the shotgun. There's usually an SMG nade in there. If there's not an SMG nade in there, there's one over here if you need it for a nade boost coming up in Coast 12, which if you're a beginner, I highly recommend you do. If the nade is in none of those cars, congratulations, you just got scammed and you didn't look hard enough. So go into here. Clip through there with that thing, or you can just clip through like right here. You can also do this. Yeah, nice. Grab this box. You can do a standing clip like this if you really want to, or you can or the game can crash like it just did. I actually don't know why it just crashed. I don't know. So hold quick. You can do a standing clip like that, or you can just do a forward circle strafe like so, which is what I used to do. That's what I currently do. And now you're on Highway 17. So this map has a couple of ways you can start it. You can go here and then do some ABHs along the edge of this, which is or some standing hops. After doing a circle strafe. into that little groove right there. Or you can do a crouching circle strafe, which is what I currently do, into a standing hop. Also, by the way, so the way that that bit right there works is that there's this divot, and if you hit it at a specific angle, you can ramp off of it. It's pretty precise. Don't feel bad if you can't do it first try. It's very difficult. But yeah, if you get too much height, you can just hit this area, cancel your fall damage. And now this section needs explaining. So there are a couple ways you can do this section. You can ASH this section, which I'm going to try to demonstrate. This might not work. Oh, it kind of worked. And then you can do a shallow launch right there. It's fast. You can do the section backwards. And if you look to the right, like while in load, you can do that. If I looked more sharp, it would have worked. But I like to do it like this. I like to do it standing, and then as the load happens, I switch to a standing ASH, and I just spam it, and hopefully I can get this launch. Just slope on top of this little area. You hit this, and then you fly up. If you can't do that and you're here, you can just ASH this section in its entirety. I would hope so, at least. I'm pretty sure you can. What about crouching? Yeah, this will work, crouching. And just do that, kind of. You can do standing, too. Or you can go a little bit to the left, actually. But you want to hit either this slope or this slope right here. One of the two. They will send you over the... Dang it. They will send you over the thing. Like so. Crouch. S-tap. To slow yourself down. A lot of this is also just practice and feel, so there's not like a whole lot of steps you can do here. Yeah, let's do some more ASHs. Or AFHs. Sprint. Land on the slope. And now this is the funny part. So, depending on how you want to do this, there's a few steps you can do. So, you can do this section while you're BHing. And you can look a little bit to the left. And then hit the slope like that. It's pretty difficult to do. I'm actually amazed I hit that first try. But then again, that's just the setup. And then you can slope off of that. Or you can do this. So you do this section standing. And then you either transition into a crouching hop or a standing hop, depending on what you feel like. And then you can AFH into the rock itself. Like that. That's the idea. The further left of the rock, the further right to the rock that you hit, the lower the launch will be. Ideally, you want as low of a launch as you possibly can get, but that's like top level shit, like this. That was a good low launch. I'm not going to be showcasing rock bounce or anything, by the way, on this map. Sorry, guys. It's just too hard for me. Unless I'm goated. But yeah, no, that's incredibly hard to do, that rock bounce. I don't recommend you go for it. It's not worth it. But, basically, you go through here, do this section. You can AFH this section. You can do this backwards, do this forwards, however you want. But, you can go up here, slope on this area. And then just just keep going. And when you get to around here, you want to transition into some ASHs if you can. It's really difficult to do. So you can ASH here and then just do that. Get on top. You want to get on top of the train car, by the way. Like so. There we go. You can land on this slope right here to negate your fall damage. It's really nice. But if you want to do section forwards, you can. It works out just as easily. If you get a weird launch like this, you're just going to have to land on this pocket. There's no other real way to survive. At least in the conventional sense. So, yeah, there's a lot of ways you can do this section, but I would recommend that you hit this section on the left so you can land on the slope of these train cars. Which you can actually do. You can slope off of the train cars like they're ramps, by the way. You can do that. I'm just failing to demonstrate it. If you get too high of a launch, you can hit these slopes of these bits of geometry on the road. You can also hit the railing, which I actually think is... hitting the railing is optimal because you can slide off of it immediately onto the next part and do 2 more A-hops, and then you're just through with Sandtraps. So with Sandtraps, what you want to do here is if you're around, let's see, if you're around this point What you want to do is a circle strafe into a crouching hop, into another crouching hop, into this wall. Like, you want to hit this wall as much as you can, and then hop away from the wall a little bit to avoid the zombies that are like right here. And then once you're past the zombies, you're free to do whatever you want, basically. Because if you're not there, you'll probably get caught by them, like this. They're very annoying. Hit the wall, do a toggle duck if you can, and there's just some more hops here. You can either plus strafe this section or ASH this section. It's all preference, whatever works. Hit this slope, and then hit this slope. If you can't do that, you can hit this rock, these sets of rocks right here in a way, and they'll mostly stop your fall damage. Or you can surf off of this. There's like literally, you can do so many things here. Yeah, just do this. Hit this tiny little slope right here. Oh, not that. I overshot it. But I believe it is in fact this little slope right here. This little triangle. It's very unintuitive and it's difficult. So once you hit that, what you're gonna want to do is do a hop on this rock so you don't take a lot of fall damage, right? Well, basically around here, it's like, yeah, basically you would take a lot of fall damage if you overshot this and then hit this. So what you want to do is do a crouching hop or standing hop. And then you can not suck. Hold on. And then you can just do this, hit that. This is actually really important. So if you hit this section and then just strafe, you're probably not going to get the height. But what you do is you hit this section and then this wall. And then that will give you the height to make this cut. Odds are you normally will not be able to take a cut that sharp. If you cannot do this, if you can't do this, there's no shame in just taking this route. Just the normal route. Just be aware of all the displacements. Maybe slope off of that. And then that if you can. But yeah, you want to hit that. And then just make your way over to here. If you need to redirect off of that rock, you can feel free to. Just do it. Get past this map any way you can. Also, that slope is there, so if you hit it in a specific way, you will take fall damage. It's very fun. And now for this section, what you want to do is keep your AFH, you keep your speed, and then you want to turn to the left, and then you want to just do some hops on here, and then hit this little slope right here, that little ramp, and then hopefully get on top of this little section right here. Like so. And then just get on the corner, slope all the way down. Like so. And now you hit the backside of the level trigger. Now, this map there's a trick on this map called up top. I don't know what it's actually called. I call it up top or up dog. I'm not going to be showing it. Because if you're new, you are not going to be going for it. This will be in the advanced stress tutorial soon, trust me. Shoot this box to collect the ammo, not the ammo, the HP inside of it. We don't care about Laszlo. We take that stuff and then take these two nades. These two nades are actually very important for prison. These nades are actually very important. Like, you are going to want these nades. And ignore the antlions. Hop on the rocks if you can. If you can hit this little rock, if you can hit this little piece of land right here to get over this section, that'd be awesome. No pressure not hitting it though. But you can quick clip through those sections, and then you can go for rock launch where you hit that rock on the left with a high amount of speed. That's weird. And launch over the antlion cave thingy, or you can hit this rock, one of the two. But like, yeah, you can hit that kind of area. I have a lot of health, so I know I can survive this, but not that. I meant to hit the pier. So on top of this, you can just go here. Like that. Oh, I really want to hit an actual rock launch. Hold on. Man, I'll try one more time. Whatever. Okay. So basically, if you cannot do that, if you can't do that, what you can do instead is, like, I'm just pretending like I failed rock launch. So if you're here, what you can do is just go on this area, just break these two, kits because they have stuff inside of them. And then you can do Shadow Temple early, like the setup for it, kind of, where you can just, you know, you can walk on this clip brush, and then you can just walk up at the you can walk up this like seam, that little area right there. You can not get caught into displacement, and then just walk on this area. For a bit, these hops are also like, the hops that I'm doing there are very, not exclusive, but like unnecessary. Like if you're up here, just walk. Well, I got stuck. But like you can just walk on the seams there, by the way. You can just do that. So go up here, take this. Go up here. Do some more hops. Go up here. Pretty simple. Pretty simple stuff. There's not a whole lot to it. Just do that, essentially. All I can say. I thought I had another save. So I'm just going to be trying to do this. You can also go for under hell, which is, or underneath. Whatever it's called. I call it under hell because, it's hell to go under. So, which is, also slower and more resource intensive, but, it has a faster coast, results in a faster coast 12 because of how the maps are connected. Hee. So, go up here. Maybe slope off of that if you can. Go to the right over here. Avoid falling into the deadly area. And then while you're here, at the very end of this, you can fall down onto this little black shadow and crouch to the right while crouching and just fall through. And, yeah, now you're in this weird section on the map. And then you can just go back. And then hit the backside of the transition trigger. And then you will now be transported to the next map. Beware that, in fact, if you, oh, shoot. I crashed. I forgot about that. Beware that if you do in fact hit this section too quickly, you will hit this trigger and then you will transition back to the next map, which will cause your live split to split, but it doesn't really matter because you can just go back over here. It's fine. That antlion was getting in my way. So you can do a little slope off of that. It's pretty cool. But what I think you should do here is stand next to the stumper, then do some ASHs. That was a bad example. Go to the left a bit. Oh, wait. This is interesting. Hold on. I'm failing this. I think it's just you do two. I think you just do some standing hops, some standing ASHs. Yeah, like that. Hit the slope. Nade launch off of this. And then slope against this little rock face because this rock is facing up. So that's how you would normally do it. You can also do standing with plus strafe, which is what I do. You go to the left, nade launch, and then hopefully get hole in one like that, which is really fucking cool. Completely swag. It does save time if you hit it. It saves a lot of time, but it's hard and not exactly easy to go for. So you would just nade launch off of that. Like, once you have good speed, you would nade launch off of this. And then we do that. And then you would do that. There is a proper lineup. I forgot what the lineup actually is, so I won't waste your time trying to look for it. Or I will not waste your time as a viewer while I try to look for it. But it is in fact in Wayzone's tutorial, which will also be linked in the description. Like the old tutorial playlist. But if you can't do that, is what it is. If you end up here, like if you just end up here with no speed, literally just take the RTA route. It's not that slow. The entire section that we're skipping by doing that ASH sequence is like a majority of the map. If you have no nade here, you can hit this corner, fly up, and then do a crouching hop here, and then hopefully hit this section right here, which is called nadeless. But yeah. So what happens if I just end up over like here, not here. But what happens if I end up over? If you end up down here, you go all the way over there. That is what it is. If you end up on this area though, you can just climb up this ladder, do some ladder speeds, go up here, break these 2 boxes because they're literally on the way and it's free HP. Like literally, why won't you take this? And then just climb up here. And then hopefully get out of the zombie's way. And then go through here. You can kill the zombie, but the head crab likes to drop a lot and he's very annoying to deal with. Do some more plus strafe hops here. Nothing much to them. Go for the Dweymov launch every time. Like, literally go for the Dweymov launch every time. There's no reason not to do it. You just get into here, hit this corner, do a plus strafe hop on this corner and hopefully launch off of this next one. Like, so. Hopefully I'll hit it. Yeah, like that. There's no reason not to go for that launch because if you fail it, you just hit this. You just go here and then do the ladder. It's literally the next fastest option. And then now, this is important. So you're going to do a circle strafe into an ASH sequence. Shoot. Or you can just do that. Because you're going to launch off of that rock and then keep your speed through here. Hopefully you can hit a strat called tree duck strats. Or, I don't know. I don't know what it's actually called. But you can hit this slope or that tree right there. Or you can hit the wall and make your way to this next section without having to lose a nade or HP, which is actually really nice. At the top level, this route is standard. But if you can't do that for whatever reason, you can nade boost. That was a really shallow nade boost. I did a bad example of showing. You can do a nade boost. Also, I think in this box is also another nade. Oh, no, there's not. Oh, well. But you do a nade boost. And if you get caught in this ledge, just jump over. And then do the clip. Or, if you don't want to do that, you can also just go over here. It works out just fine. But, no, let's not do that. So, what you do here is that I'm just going to do AI disable because these guys like to annoy you, like, a lot. You take this box, put it on the ground, the box on the top, and then this box. Now, you can do this clip while the box is parallel to the wall, but it is very annoying to do because you have this happen a lot, where the box is stuck inside of you. That somehow didn't get me. That worked somehow, don't ask. But yeah, that happens. So what I would recommend is that you clip into the corner of the box, like so. Like while looking at the box, you look like this, whatever. This clip is more consistent when you are looking at the corner of the box, trust me. And then you're going to run and then crouch and then jump. I actually didn't know about this when I was first learning. So I would be like doing this the entire time and I'd be so confused because like I'd be like, "Oh, why am I not clipping?" It's because you're not crouching and then jumping. You need to crouch and then jump because you are currently clipping down. Like if I do this right now, you're going to see that my hitbox is slowly falling through, and actually crouching it kind of resets your position. So crouching and then jumping is why this is much more consistent, because you're constantly falling through the ground. I don't know why I didn't die there, but yeah. Basically, that's the idea. Go here, crouch jump, you're in here. And then what you do is you go in through here, do a little circle strafe if you can. But then there's this like trigger right here. You want to hit this trigger ASAP because this trigger activates the sequence of the map changing. So you hit this trigger as fast as possible. Break these boxes if you need it. 9 out of 10 times you don't need it. Actually, I take it back. Oh, okay, I hard locked. So this is actually a great example. So hard locking is when you use a weapon bind too early during a load, and the game will hard lock like that, and the only way to get rid of it is to kill it with task manager. So load quick. Let's load quick. So I'm 90%. So these boxes right here, if you don't have a nade, like an SMG nade, they'll drop an SMG nade. So they're only beneficial if you are short on grenades and SMG nades. They will drop you one of one of the two, I guess. So break the top one to only get the essentials, and then place the barrel on top of this, and then do a running jump clip into the barrel, and you'll transition here. What I like to do personally is not that. I like to place the barrel here and then do a forward circle strafe into the barrel, or you can also just do this, just like an ASH right here. This also works out just fine. It just becomes preference. But yeah, whatever. So you're gonna go through here. You're gonna hug the left side of the wall while hopping, to hopefully not bump into anything stupid. Grab this this chair. You can clip with this chair like this, like a little drop clip in a way, or you can just do this, which is standard amongst most people, or you can do this crackhead forward circle strafe route, which is really annoying to do. At least for me, it is. Let me clip. Nice. Wait, you're not going to grab this turret, by the way, but you can do a turret launch right here by sloping off of the leg of the turret. Please don't do this. You're going to grab the turret and then throw it, hopefully knocking over both turrets. You're going to A-hop through here, or whatever. Grab this barrel, and then do some hops up here, just by scroll hopping. Spacebar hopping here is not going to be viable. Spamming hops here as fast as you can is beneficial. Now, you're going to do a nade boost. You're going to do a nade boost on this map right here. So your health is kind of dependent. I highly recommend you just take this no matter, like, you just break this no matter what health you're at the beginner level, because, you know, health management can actually be quite difficult. So clip through here. Grab this box. Do a standing clip. Or grab this turret. Do a standing clip like so. Hopefully. If the... Ah! Like that. But that's because this turret's shooting at you. That's the reason why. And then you can do a nade boost over here. That's why you're saving the SMG nade. Or you can just go here and then do a little crouch hop here, but it's kind of I'm bad at the video game, so I can't do it. So kill this guy if he gets in your way, but you're always going to want to break these two boxes, because not only will they have a med kit or two inside of them to get you back up to full HP for the next nade boost, but they might also have a grenade, an SMG nade, because you will need an SMG nade on this map right here. So come up here, ball strafe up here, and then stand here, not too close to this trip mine, because if you stand too close you'll hit the ceiling. But around here, give or take, and then just nade boost. It's not too difficult. Wayzone has been advising people to do this nade boost. Please don't do this. It's actually really hard. Just do a normal nade boost right here. I don't even think you need to sprint for this at all. You just do a normal nade boost and then land on this little ledge. If for some reason you land on, let's see, if you land on like what? Not this ledge, but yeah, if you land over here, it's pretty simple. You can just do a circle strafe and just get over. It's fine. Or I think you can just make this jump in one go, actually. Yeah, you can just do that. That works out just fine. But yeah, no, just basically get over here. Grab this box. Clip through the wall, standing or crouching. Whatever the hell you want to do. Doesn't really matter. But in load right here, what I do to go through the section right here, well, this is actually kind of important, because there are these two, ant lions that spawn here. So what I do is I do a toggle duck. I AFH into this wall, and then do 2 more standing hops to clip through that fence. What you can also do is just kill that guy, and then do 2 ASHs. I kill that guy, just do 2 ASHs. That also works. Or better yet, you can do a circle strafe and just clip through like that, because for some reason no one ever thought you could circle strafe through this fence, but I did. Ha 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 ha. It's pretty simple. It's actually not too difficult. But if you think that's too hard, you can just go through the normal way. It's just okay. Regardless, clip through here if you can, one way or another. What the heck? I'm just gonna clip through here normally. And then what you can do is you can do some A hops on top of this area to get over there. But I recommend that you just do an ABH, hit this little ramp thing, come up here, do some more hops, hop over that trip mine, into a toggle duck maybe, kill the antlion because he's annoying you, and do some more A hops into this turret. The one on the left is actually easier to clip with most of the time while you're going fast. But if you fail a clip for whatever and then jump into it, you might notice that the left side of the turret sometimes doesn't let you clip through very easily. It is because it is placed slightly more forward than the one on the right. And it's kind of inconsistent. So just clip with the right turret. If you fail to clip with the left turret at first, just use the one on the right. It'll always work. So basically just go in here, clip with speed if you can, then grab this. You're going to clip with this box. You're going to clip with the box. You can maybe do a drop clip if you want. Or not really a true drop clip, but you can just go here, then drop it, and then break both of these boxes. Because you're going to get a lot of suit, and you're going to get a nade. Like, you need a nade on this next part of the map. So, for this next section, what I do here is, you can do a circle strafe off of this section right here. Or you can just do a normal standing AFH right here, which is what I do. Like so. And this is the funny part. So, normally I grab the crate, but for the sake of this tutorial, I am going to be grabbing the box because I find it easier to work with. You're gonna grab the box, you're gonna go through here. You're gonna get rid of the box for a second, break this crate to get its nade. Throw the box up here, and then run along this fence, do a nade boost to get on top of here. You're going to want to get on top of this section, so if the box is actually tipped over like this, you actually can't crouch onto the top of this. So you want to have it tipped over like this. I'm pretty sure if you have it tipped over like that, it'll still work. Yeah, like that, it'll still work, and you can still grab it if it's rotated like that. But you want to have it rotated like this. Grab it, pick it up, run along here, You're going to want to hop onto this clip brush. And then you're going to do the one and only super throw. So a super throw mechanic is that if you throw the box like this, it goes like this. If you throw the box and then hold E afterwards, you throw it twice as far, basically. Like that. You send the box really far out. It's actually pretty funny. The key to this is that you have to be holding left click for this to work, and then you press E. So you can combine it with this. You can send it pretty far. So basically, why do we do the super throw? Well, it's because we're going to be doing another nade boost. And if the box is like around here and we do a nade boost, the box might break. It actually didn't break because the box is invincible, but not really. Interesting. Well, I do know that the crate will always break, but yeah, the box does have a tendency to break, just to show you that it is in fact not immune. The box itself can break. So you're going to be doing a super throw to throw the box all the way up there, and you're going to be doing that. You're going to sprint up here on the slope, on top of this area. You're going to line up with this little line in the texture, and you're going to clip down on top of it, and that will conveniently allow you to line up with the fence. You're going to clip through this section any way you can, forward circle strafe via standing clip. Whatever works out for you. What I would prefer, whenever I would do these types of clips for newer runners, I would recommend that you just throw them here and then just AFH into them. It's consistent and it's fast. Okay, this is a little section. This is a hop pattern. So my hop pattern here is that I run forward, toggle the, grab the chair into a standing hop, and the rest of the entire sequence is standing. So hopefully I can demonstrate it without failing. Basically like that. I would normally clip and I'm bad. But if you're a newer runner, I just recommend that you take the chair and then just do a standing clip with it. Or if you want to, you can just do a clip like that. You can do that. That's an option. but I prefer just doing a standing clip like that. You want to shoot both boxes. Well, you want to shoot the top box for sure because that's just annoying. But if you can break both boxes in one shot, go for it. Like that. Take the paint can, drop it, open the door, throw it to the side so it's like this. You can also do this. You can also do this clip with it in this weird position. Like that kind of. You can do this. It's really odd and also very inconsistent, but it's funny. Because I've seen people lose, I've seen Wayzone lose like runs to this because lol, funny. So take this pail, tip it over, have it like this. It doesn't really matter if it's either like this or like this. Just know that the origin of the prop is weird, so sometimes you have different results. It's odd. Do a standing clip like this, and you're here. So basically, there are some ways you can go through this section. So you can do. This is okay. Now, what you can do here is you have this, this barrel. You can place it right here, and then you can just like do a standing clip into it, so you can land on the turret. You can place the barrel in the corner for this a similar result, like so. You can do this Z clip, which I cannot hit for the life of me in a run, but just know that it is possible. Or you can do this. This is what I do. You can get into this corner, or this corner, doesn't really matter, but you can get into this corner, do a circle strafe, and then into an ASH into the wall. The end of the wall bit is actually very important because if I hit the barrel and then the wall, I get sent to the side. So if you ASH into the wall and then hit the barrel, you're gonna hit this clip a lot, like very consistently. Like if you hit that barrel at around mid 500s to low 600s, it's gonna work out beautifully every time. It's perfect. Like so. And the reason I do this clip is because A, I suck at the other clips, and B, if I have the speed, I can keep it going into the next section of the map.
You're coming up to another control room.
Kill this guard to get his health. So if you're low on health, well actually, so I have the AR2 here, but sometimes you can actually get here without the AR2. You want to get the AR2 from this guy. It's the fastest way to do it, and he also drops health. Kill this guy, break that box, make sure that you have 2 nades. Having 2 SMG nades here is actually very important. So, come here. Basically, get here, do an ABH. If you're like low on health, if you're concerned, you can take some extra health here. I recommend maybe having around 40-ish health when going into the section. Take this box, stick inside of yourself, and save load for a bit if you want. Or you can take this little thingy right here, and then stand between these 2 posters. Take some fall damage maybe. Go through here, ASH or AFH. Actually no, that's the new way. But you can go through here, open the door. You can go through here. Oh my gosh. Well, what I do is that I crouch over this, standing hop, crouching hop, crouching hop. It's actually pretty simple. It looks hard, but it's pretty easy. But if you end up here, you can just do a sprint jump here to skip the entire puzzle because Valve is very good at designing games. Or you can just do an ASH right here, I suppose. I'm bad. But I do this pattern right here. What's preventing you from overshooting this? Like, what's preventing you from just cutting out this entire area? That barnacle. That barnacle can be very annoying at times. So just be aware that this barnacle, he is there. Continuing on. So there's an ISG route for prison that I will showcase. Just in case. But for the ISG route, you do this. You break this box. You kill the zombie. And you progress like normal. But what you would do normally, break the shield, go through here, move those boxes around, and you're gonna want to blow these boxes up with these grenades. This grenade. I normally don't do this, but for the sake of this being a beginner route, you can do this. Also, so do not. This is actually very important. Do not throw the bot. Don't throw the nade too far to the right. See this box? Don't break that box. If you can throw the nade like a little bit to the left like that, go for it. Because you're going to want to take that shield and then clip like this. Actually, wait, no, you're not. You're not gonna want to do that. So what you're gonna want to do instead is go into here, then pick up these nades. Make sure you have 3 nades. Make sure you have 3 nades. Basically. Well, how do I say this? Make sure that you have 3 nades because of the strat that's coming up. I don't know if I won't showcase the ISG route. It's late. And this is a beginner route. But basically you activate ISG, grab the turrets, do whatever. You take the barrel in here so you can clip with it easier. You pick up the SMG nades, you go back. You're supposed to open the door and then go back, but I did the opposite. You go back, open the door, I guess. Go in through here any way you can. Kill this guy. Kill this guy. And then make sure you have at least like around 50 suit and around like 50 health or more. Clip through here. Grab this thingy. Grab the bench. Stick it inside of yourself. Throw it out. And then land. Look at this little spot. Hang on, let me just. Look at this little spot. Throw a grenade, drop it, and then look around here, the corner of this texture. Crouched. 1 save load, 30 FPS bind. Save load, save load, save load, save load, save load. I overshot it, but if that's the case, just press your 300 FPS bind and grab the turret. Then do some more FPS shenanigans while save loading. And then grab this other turret through the glass. Now, a quirky build of 5288 is that sometimes Alex will just not want to come over here because it's hilarious. I don't know, so that sometimes tends to happen. So, not on Unpack or Steam though, I think. I don't know about Steam, but Unpack doesn't have that issue because Alex doesn't spawn on Unpack. Grab this piece of debris, then place it on this little line right here, something like this. Something like this. This is a good setup because this will in fact block Mossman. Kill that guy because he's annoying. The NPCs can actually take damage, and you want to keep the NPCs in this particular area of the level because we have started the holdout sequence by grabbing the turrets, so we don't want to impede Alex's or Mossman's progress. Kill him for good measure too. He didn't drop anything. I have 4 grenades. So you want to have 4 grenades leaving, for the best route possible, you want to have 4 grenades leaving this map. Basically. I'm going to speed this up in a second, but basically you want to have 4 grenades leaving this map. 3 or 4 grenades, depending on the route that you have, or that you're doing. Oh, nice, hold on. So the reason that we placed that pallet, and not the pallet, but that piece of debris in that very specific spot is because it will prevent Mossman from interacting with the terminal. And what we do is that we wait here for a bit, and then the elevator is going to start flashing colors. It's going to start flashing white and then like gold or something. Gold is kind of random. But you're going to see it flash red and then black. And then on the second red flash, you get rid of this panel thingy. You can shoot it with the shotgun, do whatever you want. You can do all kinds of things. But like you're going to want to get rid of it. So that way this cutscene is perfectly timed out to like, you know, do that. Teleport Mossman away. You're going to kill that guy to continue the holdout sequence. And for the record, if you don't actually do this properly, the elevator at the top will just stay there and you will soft lock. So that's the entire reason that you like do in that very specific order. I'm going to kill this guy to get more shells because I don't like the amount of shells I have. Actually, I have way too much. What am I talking about? So what you can do here is you can do a nade boost. Like so, by backing up away from Alex and then just doing that, which saves a lot of health and everything like that. It's cool. But for the sake of demonstration, I will be performing this normal nade boost to save time RTA. Wait for the elevator to go up a bit that far. And then go up here and then land here. And then transition maps. Now, this part is actually, there's a couple ways of doing this section. So, this is the entire reason you need the AR2, because you have an energy ball, and you have the server rack. So, you can do this, and then forward circle strafe into it. Well, not really that, but like, and then forward circle strafe into it. But this is what I would ask you to do. You get in the corner here, and then crouch. Well, not really like that. And then, look at the corner, like the top edge, like, the corner of the monitor of the server rack, it lays out flat. You stand and clip like it, clip through it like that. Simple. Clip like this, and break both of these if you need the health and/or shells. I'm not going to be showcasing tank clip in its entirety, but it does exist as a route. So what you would want to do for tank clip is you would want to turn around here, land on this bit, get in the corner, run forward. Throw the grenade, and around 22.5 to negative 177.5. That's the ideal angle for tank clip, by the way, just saying. So, break that. Coming through here. You can throw a grenade, like around there, give or take. That might be too close, that somehow worked. Throw a grenade. This trick on its own you can practice, but what you want to do, you can do another setup for this one. If you see this texture right here, look at the corner of it, stand, throw the grenade a little bit right in the box, grab the blue crate, and if you just do a simple ABH, it'll send you over the area. It's perfect. You can set up for another drop clip here as well. I don't think I have a good position for a drop clip, but you can do it against this door. I think the door is easier because it's thinner. But oh well. If you can't hit the drop clip, then what you can do instead is just take this, place it right here, and then just, you know, you can either do that, or you can just place it right here, and then just do a normal standing clip like this, which is you know, standard route. And now you go into this part of the map, which is awesome. Now, I'm assuming that you're not doing the alt person route. So So what you do here is that you go here, do a circle strafe, do some more standing hops, or no, crouching hops. Do a little forward circle strafe, another forward circle strafe, more hops into this little area, and then hit this slope, and then fly above. You can go really high here, and that's just the result of like, yeah, weird angles. So what you do is that you want to hit it like dead on if you want to get like as little height as possible, but you can also hit the side and then kind of ramp off of it, which is the preferred way to do it. Kind of like that in a way. Go through here, do some more AFHs. Now, depending on the amount of health you have, you may or may not want to do this clip with the pallet, but 9 out of 10 times you won't want to do the clip with the pallet, but it does save health. The alternative is not doing that. The alternative is placing a grenade and boosting over to here, and then taking the health and stuff in here, and then that. Or the alternative is just doing an SMG nade boost if you know what you're doing with the ammo management, but 9 out of 10 times you're going to want to do a nade boost here. And then hopefully continue through here. Note to self, like, so, if you are not doing the alt person route, which you are probably not going to be doing as a newer runner, you will need as much health as you could possibly get. So what you're going to be doing is getting everything in here, and plus this medkit. So what you're going to be doing here, place the pallet down, clip with the pallet, or stand on top of it and jump over it. Grab this, whatever's in here. Grab this medkit, wall strafe or circle strafe, and then you have one SMG nade. You're gonna want 2. So you go into here. You're gonna jump into this section, right-click this area, what you're gonna do is you're gonna jump clip into here. You're gonna grab the nade and the shield. You're gonna right click this this post thingy, so you can, you know, get by quickly. Hop on top of whatever, you know, hop on this fence, hop on this dumpster, do whatever. Just make sure that this. Also, by the way, you can like skeet shoot this. By the way, you can like send this to the stratosphere. It's funny. But just basically just go here, break this if you need to. Normally there's a lot of ammo. Normally there's a lot of health in there, but I am loaded on health, so I think we're fine. But then you're gonna want to do this. You're gonna go into this map, and this is actually very important that you do this fast because of these fuckers right here. These guys will throw your whole run for you. So go here, wall strafe, place a grenade down here, run forward with an SMG nade, boost into another boost. So let me just do this with AI disable. So AI disable, you're gonna run into here. Well, actually, here, what am I gonna do? You're gonna go into here, throw a grenade, and then boost here, and then boost again. Like that. This is really hard, by the way. And if you only want to use one, you can do that too. That's also an option. But if you're a newer runner, I would highly prefer that you do this. And that's all you gotta do for that map, basically. And the reason I did this with AI disable is because if you do it, because you have to throw that grenade kind of early. Oh, I double saved, awesome. A good rule of thumb, when you're doing this wall strafe, throw the grenade before you hit this door frame. That's a good rule of thumb. Also, don't do that hop while sprinting, by the way. And if you overshoot this, what you can do is slope on this kinda and then just drop down, or you can just crouch, drop down, and then while dropping, you can stand and take no fall damage. It's great. Break this box, kill this guy. You can clip all the way down to the end of this map by clipping in the corner like this, but I don't have the health to survive. I think I need 56 or more. Clip through this table, clip through this other table. Break this box to get the health and the nade from it, or the shells, but it doesn't really matter because you will in fact be breaking another box on the end of this map. Oh yeah, this map. So right here, do a circle strafe and do some standing hops. Pretty simple. You're going to want to be hitting the wall here as much as you can, riding the wall per se, and then hitting the roof of this car like that. Land in the corner, go a little bit forward, sprint hop, and then fall through the corner because there's just a little hole there. If this doesn't work out for you for some reason, and you're stuck over here, you can literally just break the lock, like you can in casual playthrough. Or actually, here's a couple of things you can do. You can go up here, and you can fall through any one of these gaps, I believe. Any one of these gaps where these fences kind of meet, you can just fall through. Break this glass, jump through the glass. Sometimes you can get caught in the glass because video games, I don't know. You can get caught in the glass sometimes, trust me. But just keep going. Not much. Go into here. Kill these guys if you really need to. Break that. You will always want to break one of these boxes, by the way. They will contain health and ammo for you most of the time. So basically throw it over here. Kill this guy because he's annoying me. Place it right here. Run back, sprint, strafe, and then do a hop into it. You can also do this like ASH as well. This is actually how it used to be done. So if you find you're having an issue with that, just place it like a little bit closer. Not that big of an issue. Just, you know, oh, I messed up. Place it closer. Like that. Take this thing. And then maybe do a standing clip with it. Or a forward circle strafe. But you know, just do this. That works out perfectly fine. Then for this section, as a beginner route, what I do is I do a circle strafe out of here. I do a circle strafe out of here. I grab this, and then do what do I do again? So I go here, and then do 3 ASHs, and then I do a 4th ASH into this little crate looking thing. You know, not crate, the bin. I'm tired. It's 1 a.m. You can do that basically. That's the entire idea. Let's go through there, walk through this door, or break this. I'm not even going to try to explain the Z's launch, but like basically what you do for the Z's launch here, toggle duck, crouch, and then into another toggle duck, but it's very hard, very inconsistent, and should not be showcased in a full tutorial video. There's a short vid that he has somewhere that explains it. But just go over here, grab this crate, and just clip. Pretty simple. Simple stuff. Now, got a couple of options on this map. Once again, you have this crate, which when shot, you can run in this corner, and when your velocity meter on the top right reaches around 500, you can sharply turn and clip like that. Or you can take this, and I believe it's around here-ish, if you stand and clip, or a little bit further forward. I'm not too sure, but I know you can clip a little bit further down. But what I do know will work is that you have this little streak right here that looks like a dick. You just go up here with the crate, fall through, you fall through the ground. Pretty simple. Now for this section, you can do the classic boost, where you can just do a circle strafe. You could clip with this using a drop clip or a forward circle strafe. Or you can do Lyran boost, which is this, which is pretty difficult, but requires a tight timing. So you boost and then jump on top of this little thing right here. And then I do a toggle duck, but you can also do this while crouching just as fine. Now the reason that this is hard is because if you look at this spit ever so slightly, this is like slanted. This is going downwards. Like as you go down here, the farther it is, the harder it is to actually gain the height to do this. So you run up here and then just do Lyran boost by shooting and then jumping. And then, yeah, there's no pressure in not doing it, by the way. Like this strat saves like maybe a few seconds over the over this strat, which is the old circle strafe. Yeah, if you're low on health, which you probably will be, you can take this crate from the van. You can just AFH your way through here, or from the truck, and save load when you get into this map to clip through this bit more consistently. Shoot out these 2 boxes, and you gotta do this section quickly because the man hacks are annoying. So basically just don't do this. So do that, basically clip against that wall. Nothing too complicated, unlike this map. So what you do here is that you jump off of this, land on these pipes, and then go here to take like a minimal fall damage, or no fall damage at all if you land on the railing, or close to no fall damage. Kill this guy, grab health if you need it, which you probably will. Grab it for extra safety, rather. And then on the 3rd step, so you want to do a hop off of this railing. You'll overshoot the railing if you step on the 4th step, and you'll undershoot the railing most of the time if you step on the 2nd step. In a way. So you stand on the 3rd step, and then do a hop into here, and then the beauty of this map, you have a few options. So you have the normal boost, which is the easier boost of the 2. You go up here, and then basically that you crouch jump forwards with a nade boost here. I know you can do this like backwards, I just don't know how. Something like that. Yeah, basically. You do that. You can do this boost, which I don't even know how to do. You can do that kind of in a way. I know I'm probably doing the setup wrong, Wayzone. Sorry. Sorry, Wayzone, I'm probably doing this wrong, but like, Wayzone found this, by the way, I think. But you can go here. It's like you just kind of go here and then place the grenade. And you can launch like all the way to the top. It's very weird. What's another? And then you have the strat called Ultimate Wayzone Launch, which is another Wayzone boost. Where you can land up against the floor right here. And then look at the letter, I think it's around here. Or a little bit under the letter D. And then you go a little bit to the left. So if you look at the line on the zoom meter, it'll be at around the pixel below the top of the letter D. Like that. You jump and then nade boost, kind of. While holding plus walk if you can. Which will send you all the way up here, hopefully. I know that I'm probably doing the lineup wrong on this sign. But, you know, just play around with it and you'll get to it. I don't do this because it requires a tight timing and I'm not the best at it. But if you do it like that, you can end up on top of here. You can go to here. Go to here. Hit this trigger. And then you progress. Basically, that's the idea. 9 out of 10 times, though, it won't look like that. It'll, in fact, look like, not this. It'll look like this instead. So, you go over here, and then just go up here. And then go here, and then do this normal jump. There is also this cool sequence you can do that Mark could be found. Kinda. Let me showcase it. Oh. Let me just get there real quickly again. Oh, man. There we go. There's this cool little movement sequence that Mark could be found. Where you can do this bit. You can go through here. And strafe around here. It's pretty fun. Pretty cool. I think you should try it. But the alternative is the nade fence. I don't even know what the strat is called. So what you're going to do is get on the very edge of this ramp by using plus strafe. And yeah, you're going to want to use plus strafe to get on the very edge of this ramp, or just by like walking onto here like a normal person. But the idea is that you will run off of this fence and then jump and then nade and then boost off of the edge of that fence. So you're going to want to run into this fence, throw a nade, and then you're going to want to look as close to 90 degrees on the angle as you possibly can. And the top of the nade, like the origin of the red light, is going to be on the top of this line right here. Not the bottom, but the top. And it's going to blow up and it's going to launch you. This can take more than a couple tries at most. And then ideally, it looks like this. You don't, there's no other fancy tech to it. You run and jump while it's going to explode, and you don't hold a crouch or anything. You just do this whole thing standing. There we go. Perfect. And you go up here, do some ladder speeds. And then you have the extra SMG nade, so that's why you need to grab the health at the start. So you can boost against this, and then hit that trigger. Because there's a trigger here that opens the door. Hit the edge of it. And then, yeah. Basically. But you can go here, go to the right if you want to, and then I hop there. It's pretty difficult. But what you do here is that you go here, hit that top, run, sprint, jump, A-hop. Go here. And then just circle straight to the end. Pretty simple stuff. Now for this part. You're going to also want to do this part very fast because the NPCs are annoying. You're going to break this stuff. You're going to touch the top of this for consistency. Do a circle strafe into three AVHs. No, yeah. Into 3 AFHs after a circle strafe. You can land on this corner right there. Trust me, it doesn't deal fall damage if you do it correctly. You can land on this corner right here if you're lucky. You can land on the roof of the houses. You can land on that slope. You can land right like here. If you can't get any of those strats, what you can do is hit this and then nade boost. Trust me, it will send the distance if you get it correctly. I'm going to try to show that right not like that, but like, yeah. That can also happen. If that's the case, you can just try to get caught on the floor. Like, if you just get way too much height, landing, not there, but like on that little spot where you don't take fall damage right here is going to be your best bet, like 100%. If you can't hit any of that though, you can just do this AVH like that, essentially. The AVH right here is probably going to be the best way that you can clear this map as a beginner. But just note that you want to go for this launch off, like this launch, you want to go for this launch every time, because if you fail it, you are literally in perfect position to do this strat right here as a backup. Like, literally, there's no reason not to go for it. It is literally right on the way. Yeah, just go here, do some ABHs, and the idea for this one, I'm going to do this for us for demonstration, is that you hit this, and you strafe around, you hit the slope here, nade boost on top of here, and then you break this with the SMG ammo to get the nade back rather than the shotgun ammo and risk of getting more shotgun ammo, because you will need the SMG nade for this strat right here. I'm assuming that you are not doing turret clip, but turret clip is free. So you go here, open the door, grab turret, drop it in the corner, break this box if you're low. Line up with this texture right here, and then this dot right here. Make a save, load said save, not when the NPC is inside of you. Let me just do that again. Yeah, let me just do that again. Grab the turret, do this. But this motion and everything is pretty fast, so you're probably not going to be able to hit it. But, oh my gosh, wait a second, hold on. I actually have to demonstrate this now, hold on. Oh my gosh, hold on. So, ignore that. Like so. And if you do a save load, and then shoot, and then jump, while in load, you are perfectly set up to just get launched over these two walls. I'm going to make the healthy assumption that you don't want to do that strat though. So what you will do instead is break this box and then just take the crate all the way up to the top level. And then just either clip through the wall with the crate or just clip into the crate, like just clip through the wall with the crate instead. And then just go to the right here and then use the SMG nade you saved to do this boost. To launch over that area and clip through this, and to clip through this fence with the crate by, you know, any means you can. Just break that with the SMG, not the shotgun. Go into this map, pick up this crate. You can clip through the crate with the wall. You can clip through the wall with the crate like that. But the standard strategy is just to do this. Same thing right here as well. You can also do the same thing. Or you can just, you know, do this as a beginner. Like so. Break that, you know, thing. Break this medkit. The thing the top, actually, wait, now what am I talking about? So this one at the top actually is the one that contains all the health. So you want to break that first one first. What happens is that that stuff will blow up. You gotta throw this thing past that and then jump into it while the trip mine is going off. It's very annoying. A common problem I see people encounter is that sometimes when all the crates are broken, they think it's over. No, you can just take this crate right here that you clipped with and do the same kind of thing. Just put it right here and then just clip through it like that. And then this is where you get the RPG. You're going to want to do some zigzag motion on the stairs so you don't get like bumped up while sprinting. You want to kill those guys with the RPG because there's really no other better use for it. You're going to do an AFH forward. Launch through this area with the RPG. Break these crates with the RPG. And then get into the corner. Get into the corner of this vent. Look at around here-ish, give or take. You know. And just boost. The reason that getting into the corner is important is because it's a normalized position, and if you just look in the same spot, it's the same motion, you'll go to the same place every time. And there's this trick on this map. You just fall. Oh, by the way, you just fall between the railings on this map. Not too much. Maybe forward circle strafe there. But you can do this boost on this map. It's pretty difficult. So what I recommend that you should probably do is go through here, AFH onto this if you can. Maybe go for tire slope if you're adept. But for here, what you can do is you can do a forward circle strafe, or not forward circle strafe. You can just do a normal circle strafe into a nade launch, into this little slope area, and go to the end. And don't worry about your SMG nade count here, because what happens here is that if you break these boxes with an SMG nade, you are going to get an SMG nade back, provided you have 0 in inventory. For this map's kind of hard. So you want to do this all forwards if you can. If you can. You can also do this backwards, like so, but, you know. If that's the case, you would want to stay a little bit to the right of the middle line. If you land right here, you can kind of make your way around it. It's kind of risky though. But the nade I placed the importance on the nade specifically because if you get too low of a launch, like so, well, if you end up here, you need a nade to get up here. There's like no other way around it, really. So basically, while you're here, do this whole section standing. Do this backwards if you want. You're here, great job. But for the most part, I recommend doing this section forwards. Come here. Grab the RPG. Blow this up. Get everything inside of it, including the grenade. And then blow this up. And that's how you do that section fast. What you can also do is pick up that thing. And provided you, also missing texture, I think, up here. Yep, missing texture. Also, if you have enough health already, you can just do this as well. Just skip those boxes entirely. Or you can just shoot this with the RPG if you need to. It doesn't really matter. Awesome. So shoot the floor. Shoot the floor of this area to explode the planks. This guard clip can be annoying at times, but just get into the corner and just hold sprint. Get into the corner, hold sprint, W and D, and it's free. Now you have a couple of options here. There's a lineup you can do for this little launch right here. But actually, what can you do? You can do this. You can do this strat, by the way. Like if you're not comfortable doing this whole thing, I'm pretty sure you can clip. I'm pretty sure you can quick clip with this. Yeah, you can do that. Pretty archaic. But odds are what you're gonna want to do is just do this boost. Well, not that boost, but like you're gonna want to do this boost. That boost right there to get on top of here and then through here. The alternative is doing this strat. You're gonna want to get up against this wall. You're gonna want to get up against this wall, run forwards, nade boost, and then hit that little section of bit right there, and strafe away immediately after. This strat is really fucking hard, at least to newer runners. And then you're gonna want to like go over this wall and grab this crate, some ammo if you're feeling weak. Come here, the crate, clip through the crate, and then through the wall. And then this is the part where it's on a timer, so you gotta do this section a little bit quickly, because dog will run up to you in a bit. So run up to here, and then you want to do a clip. Basically, you're just gonna clip down. Not a whole lot to it. You stand here, and then you just clip down, and yeah, you're basically in the Citadel at that point. Save, delete. And yeah, now we're on Benefactors. Now I'm not even gonna try to show Citadel 02 skip because there's a full tutorial on my YouTube channel. But basically, just go through this section any way you can. Forward circle strafes, normal circle strafes, wall strafes a lot. ABH this section. Yeah, just do a circle strafe here if you can. I like to ABH this section. I like to wall strafe this section into a turn. And then you can just do this motion right here. Do an RPG boost into this wall. Turn around. Another RPG boost. And then now you are on the most fun cutscene map of your entire life. That we are definitely going to skip real quickly. For the most part. This is just a whole cutscene map, by the way. It doesn't really matter. Unless you're doing Citadel 2 skip, which is this map. Now, coming out of this is actually pretty important. So, into this is a weapon fields area, like a weapon strip area. What you're going to want to do is after you get out of this pod, you're going to want to air strafe. A little bit far forwards, and then run forwards. So you end up on the edge of this trigger. There's this texture right here, this square. Look at the corner over here while holding the SMG, and then your weapons are going to get flown out of you. You're going to pick all of them up, or well, you're going to pick up the SMG and the RPG. You're going to pick up the gravity gun. Get as much health as you can. Also, by the way, so when you are actually doing the weapon strip, when the lasers come out and then zap you, like, it doesn't matter. You don't have to wait for to pick up the gravity gun before the lasers zap you. You just need to wait for it to change, like, for the background to change color. That's when the actual transformation happens. So basically, do an SMG boost here or an RPG boost. One of the two, doesn't really matter. Whatever one works for you. You can also do this without a nade by just air strafing it. It's not super difficult at all. I'd recommend using the SMG, the SMG nade. But yeah. So yeah, you do that, and then you do a couple standing hops here. Nothing much. Crouch over that fence. Kill these guys if they're in your way. And then go into here. You can do an SMG nade boost here, but it's kind of unnecessary for a beginner. It doesn't save a lot of time. Break that. Do another circle strafe. And then my favorite trick in the whole game that I have never failed in run. So run into here, get into the corner, run, like, hit this wall first, and then that wall. Okay, this is actually important. Grab. So you see where the top of these two lines kind of meet? You want to aim a little bit lower than that at around here, kind of, give or take. There's multiple spots where this can work, and then you want to place it on the shadow for the most part, and then you can launch with it. At least this is my setup. That might work. There you go. Actually, no, not place it on the shadow. What am I talking about? You want to get the... These guys are annoying. You place it... You see where the shadow intersects between these two lines? You want to place it right in the middle of that. And I don't know if that's going to work because it hit the wall. It did not work. So I'm going to place it a little bit to the left to adjust for that. Not the left. Maybe the right. This can happen if you grab it in the wrong spot sometimes. Try adjusting with the height a bit. That's not going to work. If I place it a little bit higher, that might... Yeah, that might be better. That's going to work. And then you place it, and then you shoot it at around here on the edge of the wall. Not the wall, but, like, you know, the edge of the thing. The edge of the screen. So that around, like, the end of it as you're running up it. Also, by the way, there are invisible death triggers up here that will kill you. Like, this trigger will kill you, like, immediately, so don't hit that. And then now you're here. Perfect. So now, what you want to do is just continue doing some hopping. Maybe pick up that. If you have extra... Okay, this is actually important. So, if you have a rocket or two SMG nades and you want to get rid of one of them because you're going to be doing a boost at the end of the game that requires one of the two, I think. You can go for this boost right here. It barely saves any time, but it looks cool and is fun to do. The alternative is just going through here. But the reason I bring this up is because, well, you're just going to be doing some more crouching hops here. Make sure to do this section quickly before the Strider kills you. The reason I bring this up is because if you're going for far pod, which saves like 30 seconds over, which saves 30 seconds over the casual pod, you're gonna want to do a nade boost here with an SMG, because the timing is hard with an RPG. So when you go in through here, I like to do a countdown kind of like what, 5 seconds or something, and then on like the 5th or 6th second you want to boost. But it's once again a feel thing. So for now, I would not recommend that you go for that. What I would recommend you go for is this right here though. That pod right there that almost killed me. So you go through here. You stand on the edge of this. And then when it kind of flicks forward, that's when you can get in it. Like that. If you just spam E while you're facing the front of it, you can get in it like most of the time. If you can't get that, that's just fine. You can get in this pod instead. Or you can be a little bitch and you can wait for this pod. And when I say little bitch, I mean that sarcastically. Because I went for this pod for years, even when I had a mid 56 for some unknown reason. One thing to note though, is that you cannot get in the pod. So you see this pod? You see when it does that flick motion and then starts turning? If you get into the pod after it begins turning, you will not be transported to the next map. You will instead be transported to Purgatory, where you are sent through the infinite loop of pods forever. Just trust me on that. Just don't do that. So I'm just gonna attempt to get in this pod, and that is basically it. You are done with the video game. Congratulations. There's not a whole lot else you can do right now, other than just wait through the rest of this cutscene map, other than Marine Skip, Keck W. Uh-oh. I did host time skill like 54. Awesome. Alright. So, coming up here, you're going to be doing a trick known as Brain Blast, which is at the end of this map, essentially. So, basically what Brain Blast is that we're deleting the pod to get yes clip like we did in not Root Canal, in Boatless. So, I am just going to wait for this cutscene to be over, because there's not really a whole lot you can do. There's another trick called Brain Slap, which I think is a little bit advanced for a beginner, but it's in the HL2 Stratlinks channel and Source Friends Discord if you're curious. But yeah, this has been the tutorial for the most part. For Brain Blast, what you want to do is you want to save load buffer a couple times before Brain is like done finishing his dialogue.
Judith, what do you think you're doing?
Yeah, so this is all happening.
Get in here. They know you betrayed them. They'll turn on you.
She's yapping, he's listening, and vice versa. So, right here, make a hard save at around like here or something like that.
You fool.
Watch out, he's gonna...
And right as he says no, you're gonna save load. You're gonna do like 10, 15. You're gonna do like what? 9 to like 13 save loads or something. I don't know. Something like that. You're just going to do some save loads. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And this actually is not the reason. So what you're going to do is that, well, how do I say this? If you do more save loads, you're probably going to get Brain Blast. But what people tend to do is tend to do a set of save load chains and then they start doing another set, which is what I am going to be demonstrating. But it's not necessary. You can still do one set of save load chains and it'll work out just fine, but you need a long list of them. So if I do a bunch of save loads right before he says no, right before he finishes saying no, I wait a bit and then do some more save loads on the white flash. If I look at my velocity and I move around a bit, do you see how I have like 1300? That's how I know that I got the trick. So now I am currently over here. Gonna fly up here, gonna pick up the gravity gun, gonna hit this trigger right here, which in fact opens up the pod, the receiver, and I'm gonna chuck some orbs into it. fly up here, grab some more orbs, check however many more I need to actually complete the game. I don't know. That guy died. I actually have never seen that, I think.
Come on, Gordon.
And normally, okay, so she did a weird motion here, but I'm just gonna demonstrate this again real quickly.
Watch out, he's gonna.
Because if you do this properly, you need to stand in a very specific spot for Alex to actually recognize that you have completed the game, so you can finish your like dialogue as fast as possible. Yeah, I got it. Okay. So what I'm gonna do here is just fly up this elevator shaft. Also, there's a trigger in Out of Bounds that will, in fact, actually, I'll see if I can show it. So there's a trigger in this elevator, I believe, which will despawn the characters, which will soft lock you, making the game, which will soft lock you, making the game uncompletable. So don't go to that elevator, basically. So right now, I'm just going to be doing the ending again, so I can show you the proper place to stand. You want? Odds are you want to stand like around here on this line. If not here, then you want to stand a little bit behind. So that way she walks up to you immediately, says her line,
Come on, Gordon.
and
We've got to get
finishes the run.
Maybe we still have.
And that is my Half-Life 2 live tutorial. Join the Source Runs Discord if you have any questions. We are always open for answers. We are always open for questions and answers. And yeah, this was not meant to be a completely, perfect tutorial. This is meant to be a quick live tutorial to act as a replacement for Wayzone's old tutorial, because I've seen a lot of people having the wrong ideas about certain tricks that we now have alternatives for, and I think it'd be a great idea if I just put this out there. So thank you for watching. Hope you have a good one.